Merrick.
Okay, so as we bring ourselves back into this wonderful, amazingly horrible mess.
And like that, you've lost me.
Did you do that on purpose? Okay, you were just touching
That
the
was
phone.
freaking awesome.
I was touching my phone, yes, but I was doing something completely different.
It's
That
like,
was it.
the timing is too perfect. I have to believe you did that on purpose. So, last session, we had some antics around the sanctum as Adris made some poisons.
Poisons.
Got
That was the best, dude.
to have some alone time fun.
Randall about murdered you.
Which I would pay
Haru
money to see.
had a nice dance with Zevrash and little
After almost murdering him.
after
That was a different session.
no, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
She guiding bolted
She
you.
got it
Well,
bolted you
how
last
did both
session.
of you twice?
Yeah, I know that, but not the dance.
No, yeah,
And
same
like
session.
that, you've lost me.
I believe so.
What?
Anyway,
That.
so dances were had, bonds were forged, poisons were made,
Baths were taken.
baths were taken.
Sanctuary was held.
Fuck you.
He's always excited me, and I'm okay with it because I'm a barbarian. Like,
So-
you can't get through me.
Adris has made, I wouldn't say friends, but he's now more familiar with Randall, much to Randall's
Dismay?
dismay.
And mental damage.
Disappointed.
And the battle is joined as we went to the kobolds. Once again, agreed to a 4-on-4 fight instead of engaging 1-on-1, which would have been disastrous because Draco himself, the old man, would have fought you incapable of being killed unless he lost his rage. You almost certainly would have been defeated. Thankfully, you battled 4-on-4, and through a couple of lucky dice rolls, and me forgetting how to use my guy's abilities, came out victorious.
Me and him were just critting each other.
As the final dice were rolled,
It was fun.
as the old man fell as his rage subsided from the command word to calm from Rainstorm, Claude was brought back up, went over and checked on Shade, who looked like the old man, who looked like Draco, took his hat of disguise off of him, went over to the old man, and told him to rest now and forever, my chief. And we bring ourselves back in on that exact moment, as you all stand there, as Claude has now referred to this old man who is mostly torn to shreds, ribs exposed, you can see his lungs have stilled. You can literally see one of his lungs is no longer functioning. Scales blasted off everywhere, pieces here, pieces there, carved off flesh. You're standing amongst the shattered remains of the dreadnought golem that was being used to fight against you. Basically, there's shit everywhere. This room's a horrible mess. As Claude leans over, closes Draco's eyes, and wishes him the best in the next life. As we bring ourselves back in.
Did we do that?
Did we do that? I'm sorry, I'm the one who did the most damage to him. Well, like, did I do
So,
that?
what would you like to do? As Claude has leaned over Draco.
Claude, what the hell exactly just happened here?
Well, that's complicated. Simplified? This now deceased soul is Draco, our leader. And the one over here was wearing his hat of disguise. It's a magical item that lets you look like pretty much anything you want within a foot or so.
We got one of those.
Oh, then you know how it works. But this, as Shade is laying there, just as you can see, laying there, this roguelike creature. It's a another
There is
kobold.
no confidentiality in our group, is there?
Apparently not.
What?
So we got one.
There's no confidentiality in our group, is there?
No.
We got one just like it.
They hate it when you guys talk about magic items you guys own.
Oh wait, I'm gonna give him a list. And
So-
where my mama went to high school.
The one here is Shade. He is our information gatherer and sneak. And of course, this is Draco, the real Draco. Keep in mind, you've only ever dealt with Draco. He has been wearing the hat of disguise to make himself look as he did in his youth.
Okay, who did he call for when he fell?
Ah, that would be his mate, Idana. It's a name given to her when she hatched from her egg, meaning little fire.
What the hell?
Little fire,
Just
little
little.
float, little float.
Okay, yeah.
Just the
What is
running
happening?
gag.
Just
Is there anybody
as-
named Large?
Heart, the tree lady.
That's my nickname.
Depends on whether or not you got a cube like Scanlan.
Just as Draco here was truly called Sol. S-O-L. And he was S-O-L this time.
What did Saul mean?
Should I?
Sol, as in fire or of the sun.
Wait,
The big brain.
whoa. Who gave him those names?
To my knowledge, I'm trying to go parent. To my
Not
knowledge,
yet.
they were given by Denna herself.
Wait, hold on.
500 years ago.
Yeah, hold on a minute.
Indeed.
How old was Draco?
Last recounted, he was 512 years old.
Wow.
The oldest of our kind, by far.
How long has he been without his mate?
My understanding, again, wasn't there, 69. Timing. My understanding is his mate was killed in a misunderstanding after the sanctum fell after the party was defeated by the orcs.
Oh, so he's been without her
So
for
that's
over
why he
400
didn't
years.
like us being here.
He was without her, charged. Him and her were charged with keeping the sanctum and keeping our people. And when she died, he was heartbroken, but he threw himself to his work, kept the sanctum in working order, and raised all of us eventually.
So they're your parents. The two of them are all of y'all.
Technically.
In one way or another. My understanding is an outcast kobold child was brought in from the Underdark once many, many years back and was introduced and also fathered some.
Wow. I really would have liked to sit down and have a chat with him instead of fighting with him.
Well, unfortunately, things did not unfold in the way that, well, I don't think any of us would have preferred.
And that is true.
Now, if you seek anything here, you have defeated us. Our items are as you wish. He pulls his blade out, holds it in both hands, and puts his head down and holds it up.
Put your blade away, Claude. No, we're not going to take your blade.
If there's anything that you wish, the items that are here are yours for the taking.
I'd like
To the
to
victor
take-
goes the spoils.
I'd like to take the shields back to Randall.
Let's do it.
By all
They're
means.
ruined, but I'll take them back.
I'm
to
sure
him
he can
anyway.
fix them. Him and Matthias.
I do not know what else may be attached to our now destroyed golem. If there's anything of it you wish,
Is
it
there...
is yours for
As
the
long
taking.
as you put the pots and pans back.
Yeah.
If they are removable, or if they have come back,
Ready to
then
clean
maybe
them
some.
first.
Makes it a little
Please.
harder to cook.
If you don't mind. Well, I can't ask that. It's not my place.
Speak.
I must. I was going to ask if we can stay, but it's not my decision. I must.
Yes.
We must go and fetch Uten, Kurik, and Eldana.
Is there something that we need to do first?
So why
Draco?
were we
Is there some place
attacked?
we can put him for you?
We can bury him,
I
however you guys
I
do
can
it. I don't know.
tote him very carefully.
Light him on fire.
No.
If,
Cremation.
Jedi style.
Viking funeral.
We don't have a river.
We
At
can
this
make one.
point,
one.
at this point,
We
there's
can make one.
At this point, there's a flash from up in the upper areas where you once saw a very tiny Kaiti watching the fight. As there is a flash,
He's just
and
chilling.
Kaiti assumes his full form, flipping himself back to the normal.
Oh.
Oh.
As
Don't
he
do
floats
that
down,
sort of thing around here.
and he says, I have been sent to take this one's soul, having fulfilled his duties. However, if there is need, we may ask him a couple questions if need be. But when you are done, I shall take him and go. As he's basically offering to cast Speak with Dead if there's anything that needs to be done. However,
What? This guy rest in peace. Jeez.
his soul is done.
Yeah.
You can speak with Dead. It speaks with the animated spirit of his body, but you are not disturbing his soul at this point.
Okay.
Um,
I just want to ask Kaiti, will he get to go with his mates now?
That is not my decision to make. However, the Dawn Father has looked over this sanctum for many years. And if it is within his will, his soul will be reunited with his love.
I hope it is.
Well, that's sweet.
Now then, I will wait if needed.
I have no questions. Do y'all have any?
You're gonna ask Claude all the questions, I think.
At this point,
But-
Claude steps forward and he says, I believe we should let him be taken, but a transfer of power must happen first.
Oh, okay.
And we should keep him in case there's any questions, since Kaiti is offering to clear up any misconceptions.
Alrighty.
Why did we keep on getting attacked?
The
What was that?
second in command, then
That
I
was
guess
weird.
we need to talk to him.
Yes.
First, I would like to have something
I
done.
was gonna say.
Yes.
Let's talk to Claude before we get the others.
Why are we attacked? Who ordered the attacks? What was he? Seeing as though he was older, was he manipulated?
My understanding is that Draco was manipulated into doing certain things. Other things were done behind his back. I believe that Eldonath will be able to answer these questions better than I, although I do know what I was told.
Can you tell everyone here? So that everyone knows?
Well,
Not just
there's
us?
one thing that I must say. Draco, before the fight began, pulled me aside and told me a great many truths. One of the things that he told me was that under no circumstances, no matter what, even if it means my own death via their hands or by my own hands for doing something unconscionable, that Kirik and Uten shall never be allowed to be in charge of anything ever again.
Those are the two watching the eggs, right?
And Eldonath.
They're warlords?
They were.
Oh,
My-
we get demoted.
My instructions were to make sure that they are never allowed to make any great decisions ever again.
Alright.
And if they were to try, that I am to slay them. And if that rubs me wrong, to take my own life in penance for doing so. But under no circumstance shall they be allowed to have any decision-making.
I take
Capabilities.
it they had something to do with the manipulation of Draco?
Quite. Draco took it very badly when he found out.
Imagine so.
But where was Eldonath during that?
Well, it's just
Eldonath, we need to go. I need to take you to Eldonath,
Alright.
and we shall clear the rest.
Can we go where your eggs are? We don't want to go somewhere that we should not be.
I am-
This is your home.
I do not know where he is. He turns to one of the kobolds and he says, "Go, fetch them."
okay. I'll be back.
And he disappears down into there.
Fetch me their
Yes.
souls.
He says, "Now, if there's anything you wish, any items you wish to take, any pieces of the golem that you wish to go after,
I want to look at the rogue.
I guess
Okay.
I'll look
Oh,
for
leave
stuff
the ball not
and see
alone.
what there is. in
Alright.
the
I just
golem.
have one question about what was
give me an
Draco-
investigation check for the rogue. Give me an investigation check for the
I don't
remaining
know.
golem pieces."
It was
I just
Shade who
wanna-
held up the sheep, right?
Yes.
I just
Hey.
want to
Hey,
For
my
the
So
sheep
you're gonna give him
My
you
investigation
give him
with plus
advantage?
5.
Yeah. Looking for the sheep.
With advantage,
specifically.
you go and looking for him.
Serious? No, that's
No, not you,
intimidation. I was
him.
about to say, what the hell?
23.
23.
Okay.
First
Um,
one.
You walk over, laying there on Shade's person. You find the dagger that
I don't have.
The hilt of the dagger is in the shape of a
I got a
skull,
pencil right here, Richard.
and the eyes of the
Nope.
skull are tiny little rubies, and they seem to pulse slightly with power.
I always pull an extra one out.
No, I'm wondering where my notebook is.
Oh, your notebook. I thought you were looking for a pencil.
No.
I want to ask Claude something about the sword
That-
that Draco had.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you find the dagger with the skull as the hilt, and glowing red eyes. The eyes actually pulse slightly. Not enough to light up anything, but when you look at the skull, you can see its eyes are just slightly pulsing. You also find... Are you taking anything, or are you just looking? You are free to take.
Alright.
Claude was very clear.
I'm gonna nab. I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna.
Yeah, let's not kill him.
Try
Also,
then. You never gotta go after
you also notice that he has the stuffed sheep. The dagger, the stuffed sheep are both hanging from a belt. With that investigation check, you notice that the belt has loops, and on the blade of the dagger there is a little insignia, and that insignia matches the insignia on the belt loop that it's hanging on. Same with the sheep. It is also hanging there on a belt loop.
It's all in the
Also,
bill.
since you rolled high, you also find in his pouch another yellow potion, of which we saw him drink one.
Ooh, a haste potion.
I guess I'll take that.
Take what?
All that.
You can
No!
take, you're welcome to all of it. You have been...
I want the belt and the sheep.
Not the dagger?
The dagger kind of comes with it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it's all kind of one thing.
Okay, then. I'll take
They all have the same symbol.
No. The dagger has one symbol that matches the belt loop. The sheep has a symbol on its head that matches another belt loop.
Ah. Yeah, so yeah.
the sheep and the belt.
Okay, belt, sheep, leaving the potion?
No.
Okay, belt, sheep,
Potion.
potion. Okay.
But not
Leaving
the
the
dagger.
dagger.
As you lean down to pick them up, Claude explains to you what they are, so they don't need to be identified.
Okay.
As you're taking them,
very
he's like,
helpful.
That's that.
Claude says, I see. It makes sense. You being a sneaky type might want some of the sneaky type stuff.
Very intelligible.
The potion gives you great speed. The little sheep makes people fall asleep. And the belt makes anything thrown from it return to it.
Start attaching all your stuff.
And you are leaving the dagger with the skull on the hilt and the glowing eyes?
Yeah. For now.
Alright.
And I'm gonna, I guess a fair trade, I'm gonna give him 2 seeking darts.
He's unconscious.
I'm just gonna put it in his pocket or something.
As you go to put the
Here you
gun.
go. Tell him when he wakes up, that's for him.
He gets it.
Okay, your investigation of the golem's pieces.
9!
9. Did anybody else investigate the golem's pieces?
No.
Somebody else
I was helping
investigate.
him.
Jesus.
Okay.
Hey.
I want to go with the
Speed.
9.
Okay.
Look at the
You
drugs.
find several pots and pans. You find
clothes.
two shields are pretty easy to find. You see a bunch of other debris. It's very hard to understand what it all is. You see various pieces that a dagger here, a helmet there that have been melded into its being. So you got like half of a helmet that's like half melded into it.
Ooh, wow.
You see the spikes that ran down its back were the heads of different base maces that had melded into it, leaving spikes down the back.
Okay.
Yeah, there's debris everywhere. So while they're doing that and you're sorting through the debris, you want to talk to
I
Claude?
want to ask Claude, what was with Draco's sword? Where'd he get that? It's flame. It's kind of like mine, but fire instead of lightning.
Well, his belt is a belt of giant strength that gives you great strength when wearing it. I believe it's fire giants since the flaming sword. A gift from the original party members from. No, they were given to him by.
Paladin or the
No, the
fighter?
druid.
The
Oh,
druid.
the druid.
Oh, the druid.
Shota.
Shota. Yeah.
Show the baby.
They were gifts from Shota to the clan. The fire belt of fire giant strength, the flaming greatsword, and also the gem of fire. As he reaches down and pulls out this mundane-looking rock, and when you look close, you can see the tiniest spark in the very center of it. That's just barely there. It's like these were given to show that the colony that we had built here was more than slaves. They were given items of great power to show that they even have powers similar to the dragon kinds that are like that.
Do you like building stuff?
Well, do y'all?
Generally speaking, I don't. I like crafting things.
Ooh.
How about everyone else? I guess they're still kind of chilling.
They're just kind of chilling in the walls.
They're all just standing there looking down, like
What's happening?
they're like, yeah, they're
waiting for
they're
the-
waiting to see what's gonna.
They're waiting
how
to
the
hear
things are
the
gonna
eviction
proceed.
notice.
I don't know if, I suppose
Does-
these items should,
Does
since they were
I never
dragon,
got
should
it.
be,
Hello?
I don't know, buried with them, given to the next loot.
The sword
likes
and
to
belt
craft.
I know he likes
are
it, but that's not
supposed to be
everyone else.
passed from chief to chief. At least that's what I've been told.
The
The gem of fire breathing, that was a personal gift. We have it has sentimental value to Draco. However, he is no more. If you wish to take it, you may.
I take it.
No!
I take it.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
And I give it back to Claude.
Oh.
Congratulations, Chief.
No!
Keep it safe.
No, you did that in character. So. I was like, nah, not talking to you. Draco takes, or you hand it to Claude, and he says, "Thank you.
You all people.
I'm not sure that this is going to be allowed, but
Is this allowed?
the next
I'm
leader,
just-
if the next leader requires it of me, then he shall have it."
Wait, don't you have to follow what we say, though?
To a certain extent, it's not up to me though. It's up to the
Okay.
next
We
leader.
gotta talk to Eldana.
The next Eldonath will be.
What
the
about
one who-
democracy?
I don't
None
know
of them
how.
like.
What's that?
2.5 days.
As victors
What it
of
is.
the battle, you have now free reign to do with the sanctum as you wish. If you wish for us to no longer be part of it, then we shall go.
No, we don't want you to.
But
go.
that is not for me. That is for Eldonath.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. We'll talk about
At this
it.
point, coming through the door over
What
there.
do I want to do? I want to do something.
Do you want
Oh no, I remember mentioning something to you. I just don't remember.
to? Right there.
Oh god, I want that belt, but I'm not gonna
Stupid
take it.
dumb.
Ah.
Oh. Why? No, we
God,
act
do I want
like
the belt?
we
Do I want
lost.
the belt enough?
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Oh god.
Alright, I go over there and I punch Saltine in the throat. Get down on the ground. Everyone act hurt as hell. Claude, hold the spear. Put it to my neck. Let's do this.
What?
Is this a thing?
Remember when I mentioned you? He was like, what
I
if
know. I'm wondering. Is this a thing?
Is it?
I don't know. Is it?
Thing.
I was curious.
Ah, I don't know if I want
What
that
Eldoneth-
belt. That belt sounds
I don't know
so
what
cool.
Eldoneth would do. That's the question.
Let's just roll.
But what if
with it.
Eldoneth like just goes insane with power because he thought that they won?
Okay. So,
Ah, okay. Wait, hold on.
are you guys doing anything? 'Cause
Ah, hang on, I'm contemplating.
Are we gonna do?
Are we gonna do it?
Are we gonna trick?
No.
I want
Let's
the
start.
belt for the leaders. I want it.
it's meant to be the Chiefs.
No.
Just leave it for now and let's talk to Eldana.
And it makes your strength 25.
Let's talk to Eldana.
I only have an 18. What's
dick the
Snape's
entire time.
doing?
Hmm?
What Dragon Boys do?
21.
The door's opening.
Okay. So at this point,
7 to my
Six
strength.
door closed.
the door opens. The door opens, and in walks one guy. They're behind me! And he runs off and dips into a hole and just like hides back there. As walking in behind, with one of them with a frying pan strapped to his chest, and the other one with a pot on his head.
We're gonna need this back in the kitchen.
No weapons.
Make sure you clean them.
No weapons. And they step in, and it's just two of them. It's just Kirik and Uten. Uten is a little bit shorter, has darker scales, almost black. Kirik has brownish scales. And they come stepping in, and they're like, "The battle is done. Shade ain't looking too good.
Aren't there
Who won?
supposed
They
to be
didn't tell us."
3 of you?
Yes, hold on.
What? Who
Claude?
won?
Claude.
We did.
At the S.
Where's the other one?
The
Claude
towel.
steps forward and he goes, we were defeated. Now, where is Eldaneth? I thought he was with you. As Utan steps forward and he says, we're supposed to take you to him after the fight is concluded, assuming that Draco's... Yeah. We're supposed to take you to him and have the transfer of power take place.
Okay.
Why can't
We
it
were
be
told
done
you were
here?
told to bring him with you.
We were told by Draco to take you to him when the battle was over, assuming he did not survive.
Okay.
Are you ready? The transfer of power shall be made. Official.
Okay, sure.
Claude.
Let's
Cool.
go.
Everyone's
Claude,
coming with.
You're coming with us,
Okay.
right?
At this
I mean,
Kaiti, you're coming
everybody.
with us too, right?
at this point, Kaiti says, "I shall remain with the fallen." As he goes over and he hovers over Draco's body almost protectively.
He's like,
You cannot clean this up yet.
As he reaches down, and you see just this tiny orb of light raise up, and you see him cup it in his hand, and then he holds it
feels
close in
familiar.
both of his hands, and holds it down next to his chest. He says, "I will wait here for your
his
return."
bow.
That is his soul!
What is this, Soul Eater?
Alright, so
Um,
where are we going?
Is everybody coming with? I hope
Audience
everyone's
to
coming with.
stage 2, please.
Follow us! He looks up and goes, he goes, "The closet on the way to the horde!" And all of a sudden, you look up and all of them just vanish and just disappear.
Closet.
That's a damn good trick.
As
Wait,
he
why is
now
he in a closet?
leads you to the single square door right there. Yes.
Wait, on the way to the horde.
Yes, that's the horde room.
Stay out of there.
There's a door there. I forgot to draw it in,
Oh.
but there's a door there, so you can't just look into the horde room. But no, there's a door there.
One does not just look into the horde room.
So you guys gather around, and Kirik and Uten say, he's in there! And they step back.
I don't trust this for a second. I'm
Claude
sorry.
steps forward and he says, "Perhaps."
Who's the
We
one
got a
who's head?
shield.
And as you look up, all of a sudden
Sanctuary.
you hear people, you hear little voices. We're here! Yeah! Let's see what happens! New chief! And you look up and they're all in the roof and ceilings and walls.
I'm gonna go ahead and
God.
cast
There's
Sanctuary
people
on
everywhere.
myself.
Do you ever get the feeling that people are watching you?
As Claude reaches up, he goes, "As the champion, it is my job. This seems strange, but..." He reaches up and he just opens the door. As he opens the door, you get hit with a very interesting smell. There's a smell of iron. And when you open the door, you see, chained to the wall, arms up, legs down, and
Wrong door!
as you
torture
see
chamber, not
this,
the
as you
closet.
see this younger kobold's body strapped to the wall, and there's no head. The head lays at its feet. And there's blood all over the walls. You can see the body is beaten to a fucking pulp. Beat
We
just
did not do
shitless.
this. Y'all have been
As he
with
opens
us.
the door, Claude goes, He looks down at the head and he goes, "Adonath,
That's a
Sure.
lot. What?
Good God!
What the hell?
Hold on, wait a minute. I know I didn't trust this.
As Kirik and Uten fall to their knees, bow their heads, and say,
Pick Claude up and put him on my shoulder. All hail the chief!
as Kirik and Uten drop to their knees, bow their heads, and say, "To Claude, the new chief." As Claude's standing there, he goes, "What?
Wait, Draco
At
wanted.
this
Wait,
point, I
that's
will
what
actually
Draco
try to pick him
wanted.
up.
What
Put him on
what
my
is going
shoulder.
on?" You no strength check. He's stunned. He's just
What does
shocked.
that mean?
Oh, hail the
pick
new
him up.
chief!
You pick him up, and his jaw is just like
I turn it towards the crowd.
Close the door.
Um,
We're not dealing with that right now.
as you get him on your shoulders, he's just like, let
The
go of
belt!
me! Let go of me! Put me down!
I need the belt for the new chief. Does he
It's
have it?
in
He
the
had
other
it.
room.
He had it, right?
It's on Draco's body.
It's still on Drake.
Oh.
Stop! Kirik Uten, what the hell?
I
He's like, I'm trying to maintain my calm here, but what happened to Eldonith?
Punish the sinners.
Well, see, here's the thing.
And,
So,
They pulled the. They
you
pulled
guys
the
were
Red
pulled to the
Queen off
side,
with his
and
head.
things were explained. We were pulled to the side, and we were taken to Eldonith. No one had seen him for 2 days, and we were told by Draco that he was secluded to mentally prepare to become the new chief.
Did Draco kill him?
Draco took us to him here, chained in this. He was beaten to a bloody pulp, and Draco looked at us and he said, I know that you were part of this, but he was the instigator.
Oh
He found
God!
out about all the tricks and lies. He found out how he got the 2 other loyal war chiefs to turn on him. And, he told us. At this point, you see that Uten has just fallen into tears and can't talk, and Kirik is the only one talking. And Kirik is trembling. And he's like, and then he told us that if we tried anything, that this is what would happen. And he grabbed Eldonith and just and cracked and just broke his neck. And he just and he said that's what would happen to us. He said that when the battle was over, if we were not victorious, we were to take you to Eldonith's body and declare Claude as the new chief.
Oh, I'm
And we were to
obsessed
tell him
with
that
Claude.
everyone hates Claude because of Eldonith. He's the one that made everyone hate him. He's getting like starting to freak the fuck out. Like his voice is getting higher, and he's trembling, and you can see him starting to cry.
Shut up.
And he said,
No,
said,
give these
he
two
goes,
2.5
and
days
he told
instead.
us,
Casting
that's-
calm on
if
it. Or commanded word calm. Calm.
he's not gonna resist it. He's,
Speak!
Little one, breathe.
Speak, don't freak!
he told us that Claude was to be the new leader, and if we did anything that would jeopardize his word being filled out, that this is what would happen to us. And then he just kept twisting until his head came clean off, and it just blood splattered, and he put his head between his feet and told us to go guard the exit until we were called for. We got the fuck out.
Okay.
Okay.
What is that?
That old man was hell.
Old man
Damn.
was a strength 25 level 14 freaking barbarian.
Jeez.
He went into a rage and just ripped his head clean off
can
and
I
then
just say,
set
like-
it in between his feet.
Can I just say, Draco was a badass! Like, damn!
Do it.
Do it now!
That would have been better
So
if
yes,
you made them do it.
that's it. So yeah, he's in charge now, and we're just gonna fade into the background if that's okay.
Okay, calm down.
Claude is just, his eyes are wide, his jaw's open. He's just,
Blood.
Lord,
no,
Lord,
I can't be chief. I'm the champ. I can't.
That means you
Blood.
have to find a new champion.
Blood. Champion chief.
Champion Chief, ooh.
One proposal from our battle.
I suppose
As you are now the chief.
new chief.
How does the transfer power work now?
This is unexpected. He just looks to you all, looks at each of you and goes, "Can we stay?"
Yes, of course!
Yeah.
Blood.
Yes.
We have come into your home. Ish. Kind of. I guess.
Okay.
Kind of a guess.
Sammy all here!
I don't know how to speak.
We would like to remain together.
Friends.
Okay.
To work together, to
Yes.
live together.
Cool.
Cool.
We
Now
want-
go grab your belt. Let's celebrate a big feast. I'll go find some cows.
I would actually, a feast, I don't know how we can't, the last of the livestock died off a couple years ago.
Wait, we had livestock?
We had livestock?
Where?
In the farm.
This is all?
The what? The what?
The last thing, this is too overwhelming, please, I need a moment. As he takes a knee and you see him just,
guide him to his throne.
He's walking along.
Put him on his throne.
Should we
need
ask?
to do
Hold
the
on.
transfer of power.
Should we ask? No.
We need to ask Draco how this works.
I was so worried you guys were not going to take it well that you guys didn't get to deal with Eldonith.
Oh no, I think
No, see, I think
Draco's
we should
taking
do
it
gonna
now.
give him 2.5 days.
No, see, if we're gonna be
We'll
like that,
revive
we
him
can
and
take
kill
those.
him again.
Yes.
No. See,
You
what
were
we
like,
can do, we
oh, we're
can
going to put
take
him
those
in
two
with Gus
and
for
throw
2.5 days. I was like, he's been in the closet for 2.5 days already. Draco
See, no.
came by like every 3 hours and just beat the crap out of him over and over and over again.
Oh
I'm
my
really
God.
tight to talk to that old man.
The training really
I
helps
know.
when they scream.
When long story short, he used him as a punching bag to prepare for the fight.
Damn.
He
Oh,
get
man.
himself back into shape. Once he found out that Eldonith was actually behind everything, Eldonith led a campaign because. Okay, so
He's an asshole.
yes, Eldonith was a horrible person. He made everyone hate Claude because he thought Claude might actually be a threat to him becoming the next chief. Even though Eldonith was
Well.
supposed to be the next chief, and Claude was more powerful, so he thought that Claude would get the thing. So he made everyone hate Claude to make sure that he would never be favored enough to become chief.
Nice.
Okay, so this is all being explained to you.
New campaign.
Yes.
Make the
So-
lair great again.
we need to go to the wall.
Stop.
We need to take Asimov.
For the
So,
livestock to stay behind.
Eldonith was actually
go the rest of the
about
floors.
to take charge. Draco was going to step down, and Eldonith was going to take over, and then you fuckers walked in.
Oh god.
And Eldonith said, the transfer of power is time. He's like, let them deal with the younger person. And Draco said, no, it was my job, and I'm not done being chief yet. I will deal with them. And Eldonith got pissed. He turned the war chiefs against him, started working behind his back, and basically was responsible for all the fuckery that you guys have been involved in.
Lovely.
He's been telling Draco that you guys are murderous assholes, and you guys never came to talk to Draco. That's all the fights that took place.
We needed to come talk to Draco. Son
So
of a
yes,
bitch.
Well, we didn't
Eldonith
even
was
find
behind all of
Claude
it.
until
Kirik
later.
and Uten were his two little lackeys. That's why he made sure no way, shape, or form are Kirik and Uten to ever be allowed to make any decisions again. Because when he told Claude that, he'd already killed Eldonith. And he was worried that one of the two of
So
them
we
would
need to
try to
take
take
those-
charge if Claude didn't want to become leader. So he left them. He said, "Under no certain, even if you have to kill them yourself and then commit seppuku, kill yourself for dishonoring you by murdering them. They are not to be left in charge because they were Eldonith's lackeys."
So what you're saying is we need to ask Claude if it's alright if we spend those two to spend some time with Gus.
I think those two are terrified enough.
Yeah, they're
considering they saw
terrified.
We have a
it.
barbarian that needs a little bit more training for the next fight.
But basically Draco made sure that no one was around, and he went over there and just because Eldonith's responsible for dozens of their people's deaths.
Yes, I know.
For
he was gonna.
For Draco's great-great-great-grandchildren were slaughtered by you guys, but rightfully so,
Well,
because of Eldonith.
They shot the first bullet.
Exactly. So yeah, he was once Draco figured out what was actually going on, he was fucking pissed.
Ouch. Nice.
So yes, that is how things
Well,
went
the
down.
barbarian, if he ever meets the barbarian in the afterlife, man, he's gonna be like,
As Claude is sitting there just trying to breathe, and he's explaining that Draco told him all of
give
this.
another spell for calm.
Claude tells you, he's like, I've never understood why, if he was responsible for all these atrocities, that Draco would make him the next leader, but it's not my place to question. I understand a little better now.
yeah.
He's kind of.
A dick and dead.
I was gonna say
yes.
he's kind of.
So
missing
as you
a head.
guys make your way back, Kaiti is standing there, or floating there. And Kaiti looks and he goes, "Is there need? Shall I take this soul to rest?
Is there?
Is there something we need to do?
Claude, is there anything you want to
Do you guys
ask?
want to talk to Draco
Claude,
for
is there
anything?
anything you want to ask?
Well, it's
him?
like,
I have no need.
It's not like we can tell.
I would
him.
ask him what the hell, man, but I think I just need some
Did
time
he just
to.
tell you? Do you think he'd just be like, okay?
Is there some kind of
Ask
ceremony though
five
that you have to
questions?
go through? To?
Yeah, 5 questions. We haven't had kobolds die in so long, other than the ones. That,
Natural causes?
no, actually,
Religious sacrifices.
other than a
Oh, jeez. The smile you just gave
Sorry.
me.
Other than the occasional sickness, most of us leave to make room for the young ones. As new are born and the amount of food is not enough, those who are older and have lived longer either leave to the Underdark or go out one of the exits to find their way.
So wait, all
I
the
got
lives-
two questions for Draco.
No one here, other than Draco, is older than 105.
Okay, so hang on. All the livestock died,
He
right?
is not hip with the youngins.
You need to steal some livestock for us.
No, you're not stealing livestock.
It's not stealing, it's called hurting. They
Oh,
can
It's
Not-
surprise
okay,
adoption.
You guys would never ask the question. You guys would never ask the question. I'm going to tell you just because. Eldoneth is responsible for the livestock all being dead.
Are you?
He
Dick.
What a vegetarian.
he made sure that they all died off and made it seem like Draco was to blame to try to unseat him or to make
Oh my
people think that he was too
God.
old. He was going full out power grab.
So he had to
Okay.
be doing that
Sounds like a
before
I got
we ever
two
got
questions for
Yes.
Draco.
He was
Would you like to-
destabilizing Draco for a while. And then he was almost there. Draco was going to step down, and then you guys showed up and he stepped back in and he was like, no, I'm not stepping down, there's people.
Hi.
If you guys had made your way to the Sanctum later, you would have come to Eldoneth as leader and Draco long gone.
Well, then that would have been.
Okay,
Yeah, we
I
had
I do have two questions for Draco.
Do
You
we have
want
any
to go
other
ahead?
questions?
Okay, you want it?
Yeah.
As you wish, it shall be done. As you see this power
Who has to
coalesce,
ask?
and Draco just
Hold on, we'll never get used to
and
that.
Claude just turns. Claude turns away. He doesn't want to see it.
Fair
Yeah, I
enough.
do too. I don't want to see it either.
Draco.
You may ask questions as you see fit.
Draco. Do you have any graces for Claude as the next chief?
Any what?
Graces.
Anything you would like to tell? You
Oh.
like advice. Very confusing paradoxes that doesn't really help him at all.
As
For the
the
next
as the
Person
chest
who's done
as
that
the chest
don't make any
rises
sense.
and falls, you hear. Lead as you have lived. Bring honor back to our clan.
Oh.
Any other questions, guys?
You had two.
I know I have two, but I was just gonna let
I
y'all
don't have any.
No, I don't
No.
have
Fucking called it.
What?
Have you seen any vampires?
What?
Is that you, Twig?
Oh!
There's no bloody vampires.
What? Wait, hold on, what? Wait.
Okay, I'm done.
Kaiti looks at you like, that was odd. Is there anything else? There are three
Okay,
more
hang on.
questions.
Those two things are supposed to go to him. What did I ask you?
Are there any more questions for the
Are you gonna ask him if you can have his sword?
Not the sword. I want the belt.
That's the chief thing.
Any more questions for the dead guy?
No.
I don't
Can
have
I have your sword?
My sword is for the next chieftain. Ask him.
Okay, screw it. You can have a sword.
I'll get his own sword.
Yeah, the Claude.
Look at two swords.
He's Jesus.
Okay, any other questions?
No.
As Kaiti releases the spell
Oh jeez.
and it stills again, as Kaiti says, I will go now. As he waves a hand, Draco's body just erupts in these huge white flames and is instantly reduced to ash.
And the atoms are magic, so they're fine.
And then left laying there is the sword and the belt. And as he says, I will go now, as he takes this glowing little orb and he just raises up through the ceiling, and then there's a flash as he's gone.
Thank you
As
for
I
saving
run
from
up to the
the
next story,
fireball.
and yell at him.
What a dick.
It's just my job, as he flies off.
Claude, are you alright?
Ah,
I guess I'll go wake up the rogue.
I need some time to process.
We need time to do other things as
I've
well.
got
The farm,
Give the road cookie.
the farm's
5
fifth
points.
fifth
Tea
basement's.
table.
fifth basement.
Yeah.
Just to wake up.
Yeah.
Okay. But there was just an archway.
It was supposed to be. It's complicated.
Oh,
If you touch the archway and say moo,
Moo?
it's the way it was left to be.
Take me out to dinner first, please.
We don't.
Oh no.
That is the instructions we always go through our tunnels, but apparently that's how you're supposed to get in there.
Wait.
Okay.
Okay.
The stairs end. We don't know exactly where it is, but apparently if you find the archway and touch it and say moo, it opens.
Moo.
Again, we supposedly 5th basement. The stairs end. Don't know what's going on there, but there you have it.
Cool.
Fair enough, fair enough.
500 years, you guys ever learned to walk through a fake walk? Don't you guys dig for a living?
Yeah, they dig. Why would they go through a wall? They didn't have to dig. They had their own way.
Alright, so.
Stop pointing out the plot holes.
What?
Curiosity. You guys have a horde, right?
Whoa,
Um,
whoa, whoa.
We
Yes.
need a tour,
Can we
please.
keep at it?
It's
I mean,
yours
I
for
have
the
taken
taking.
things.
No taking, no.
Whoa.
It's yours for the taking.
I
I've
just
never
have
seen a horde before.
Yeah, I know.
Very well.
We'll
Um,
trade
What about that
items.
house we went to in the
What is
town?
trade items? Why do I offer that belt?
That's a chief's belt.
That's a chief
I
belt.
know, but I want it!
you didn't take it. Drake, Claude is strapping it on.
Fair enough, buddy. Fair enough.
He reaches down for the sword and he says, "A bit unwieldy, honestly. I don't really do two hands very much, but
Maybe
I
put it to
suppose.
the side and
And
use
he
your
just
own.
tries to get it onto his back, and he's just like, I think I'll lean it up against the throne for now.
Yeah.
He goes over and leans it up against the throne.
We have a tour.
Did the fire gem go with?
So
You gave it to Claude.
He gave it
He was
to
going to
Claude.
give it to the new leader, but now he is the new leader, so.
yeah, tour. So if anything bad happens, we know where to come. Because
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to
And
safe.
if any of your people get
this
sick
is the safe space.
or like fall and break a leg or something, you know, we've got healers upstairs. We're more than happy to heal you guys.
No more attacking us. No more attacking the
Okay.
please.
They take you down the hall. As you go down the hall, you see that a couple of kobolds are unstrapping Aldon's body. And one of them is like poking the head. And he like grabs it by an ear and like starts.
Oh
And he's taking them to be disposed of down the trash chute. The kobolds' bodies. If you guys have made an investigation check while you were floating down, you'd have seen that at the top of the stack was some fresh kobold bodies.
Oh god.
Oh no, we're gonna get one that's just decapitated.
So yeah, they're taking their way.
The guy's like, I gotta get out of here.
Okay, so they lead you over to the hoard room. They open the door. Inside, you see a stack of money.
What?
The hoard room.
They're rich!
You
They're
see,
like,
you see essentially a pile of money, gold, silver, and copper, and you see there's some stuff that's not coins. Would you like to poke through?
Sure.
On to investigate.
It is taller than Claude.
Nice.
So are you guys going to? You
We'll
guys going to
investigate
sort
it.
through
We'll look
the?
for weapons specifically.
Okay, you're going to
I'm
sort
not
through the
gonna-
hoard.
Not gonna. I'm just telling him.
All right,
neat.
so
That's
roll
neat.
investigation. Those who are looking through the hoard.
Someone help me.
No,
I am
individual.
not help.
Oh.
Sorry,
Yeah, well.
he called individual. Anybody else looking through?
Natural 20.
No fucking way.
Yes, natural 20.
Wait, you said you were only looking for weapons, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do I find along the way?
Alright, fine. That's
Six,
it. I'm
seven,
That
looking in
depends.
general.
10.
I'm looking in
Would you-
general.
Okay.
21.
Okay, never mind. I was about to say, it depends on what you consider a weapon. Okay.
I can throw it, it's a weapon.
Fair enough.
The entire stack.
Yes!
You can paint
Okay.
it off somebody's forehead,
Improvise.
and it always comes back to you.
Oh, did no one want the hat of disguise?
No, we already have one.
I'll take one.
So you're gonna take
I'll take a hat.
Shade's hat of disguise.
We can be twins.
You can fuck with them together.
We can
Claude-
get the band.
Claude, oh, I forgot. Claude actually has a. He was wearing a pendant that was tucked underneath everything. When he offered you his sword, he would have offered you this as well.
We don't want it wrong.
Okay. I won't tell you what it is.
I don't take anything from him.
No.
Claude is
Good
the
guy.
king.
Okay. Sorting through the hoard, you find
All of this.
It's on his
1,000
list.
gold and 987 gold coins.
Which we're not taking.
We're not?
No.
You
What
find
else do you need for it?
3,600 copper. You
I'm not
find
Leave their money alone.
This.
We took the whole
They
time
steal it!
and you find
Oh
672 silver.
Okay, so this is our
Wow,
backup.
we took a lot of time in there counting everything to not take a damn thing.
And they're all in neat stacks now.
I just wanted to see.
They're all in these stacks.
They're just like, what did you do?
Okay,
They have one of those little coin things that like has an electronic coin reader thing.
as you are sifting through,
He said, what do we do?
Satine, you find a ring.
Ring?
The ring has the head of a sheep on it, a ram, a male sheep. It's
Ares, is that you?
it's just a ring with a ram's head as
Symbol for
the
Ares
center
is
point.
ram.
You also find
Avalanche
there
is
is
coming
a
down.
staff. It is metal tube staff. It's not hollow, but it's a metal staff with a ball on the bottom. And at the top of the staff, you see a pair of hands laid on. There's like a person laying there, and there's a pair of hands laying on it, and you see little hearts coming up off of it.
So that's
Is that like my spell?
That's very girly.
You
Oh my
see.
goodness.
for healing?
You also find, strangely enough, a severed cat's leg.
I'm sorry, what?
I want that.
There's a,
Well,
Claude?
just out of curiosity,
What is that leg?
why do you have a cat's leg?
I've actually never been in this room before.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to
So
originally cast identify on the staff.
Can you identify the ring too and the leg?
I want the leg. 'Cause
Can
that
you
sounds
identify the ring
interesting.
and the leg, please?
Aha! Staff of healing.
the guy laying there with the thing in hearts, it's a staff of healing.
Then can you please identify the leg and the ring?
For the cleric who doesn't.
Hey, it says druid on there too.
As you are sitting there for 10 minutes figuring this out,
Yeah.
does anybody else want to take
Is there
anything
anything
else?
Is there
Just want
anything
the
else
leg.
after the leg?
Okay, there's the staff, the leg, and the ring, and the rest is coins.
I just want to know what they are. I want him to identify them.
I'm not taking anything. I just wanted to see it. Never seen a dragon sword before.
You should read the stuff.
Yep.
Are you identifying anything else? Because you're
Please?
going to spend half an hour here if you identify all of it.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
For 3 things?
You found the ring,
Yeah, 10 minutes.
and you grabbed the severed cat's freaking leg.
What is the cat's leg?
I need to know this.
Cat
fever.
Why do you think I was
What?
saying it earlier? Cat scratch fever.
It's actually really neat. It's neat.
Oh, it's a dagger.
Homebrew?
No.
Oh. Dang.
I think I modified it slightly.
Hang on,
because
hang
it was a
on,
little
hold
too
on.
damn
No
powerful.
damage, however.
That's pretty
The
neat.
nasty looking scratch on the
Twice
tiger's
do
nose.
mask your wounds.
You had to. You had to fight. You had to roll a 20 or higher to even find it amongst the coin.
Yeah, 20.
Okay, that's freaking cool.
This was supposed to be target feels.
That one is
That's
homebrew.
fun.
Very high fever.
Oh wait,
That's
keep reading the
fucking
rest of
After
it.
8 hours starts vomiting.
I'm sorry.
After 12 hours they feel fine.
Regan
Again.
Ryan.
For the last hour, they feel all the previous effects at the same time,
Okay.
along with a horrible weakness of a cold sweat. This wears off with no lasting effect.
There's that one if y'all want to read
This
it.
poison must be the greater restoration. Oh
Hang on, I need to read this.
No, it
Jesus
has- you have
Christ
to-
Rare
almighty.
restoration or a wish.
It's a dagger?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not a dagger per se.
And guess
It's a
what I just
slash.
got?
Its base is a
Oh
dagger.
my God.
But yes, cats.
Yeah.
It's the cat. You guys were not supposed to find it. It's like they better roll damn high to find this. And you were like weapons. I was like, is that really a weapon? It's kind of a weapon.
And I was just like, okay.
It's a little dagger.
You keeping the cat's
Oh,
leg?
did
Oh yeah, because what I just got. Oh yeah,
What did you get? Oh, that.
the
yes.
belt.
Yes.
And I could just walk by somebody and go, "Sorry."
Oh, cut my fingernails.
Read through the whole thing. It's great.
Hang on, I
Oh my
can't get
God,
distracted.
you used
Hold
to have
up.
a disguise to impersonate like a
Tabaxi.
Tabaxi?
Oh man, my bad.
It's,
Hang on,
Then
y'all.
I can drop it.
Ammunition.
It'll just return.
the dagger does no damage ever. You can't hurt someone with it. But it makes them think they are dying of something
You
horrible.
have to use that for your mission.
Oh my
Okay, this-
When
god.
I,
I'm going to
when I,
die.
when I first
Hang on,
created it, I
chill.
didn't put on once a day. And it was just like, you can do this forever. And I was like, not with these assholes. Like, they'll just walk through town and be like, scratch.
Everybody will be
going
sick
through.
and everybody will feel like shit.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to
The
read
plague.
it.
We'll take
a plague.
anything we want.
I can't.
And you can throw it. It's a dagger. It doesn't do any damage, but all it leaves is a 6 scratch. So even if someone says, this guy attacked me, it's like, looks like you got attacked by a wild animal.
Do it on the leg.
That's how I'm just like, oh, sorry, it was my dog.
Do you have any idea how hard it was to not use that on you guys in the fight? I knew it wouldn't take effect for 4 hours, but by then you guys would have probably taken it and then known what it was. So when you got sick, you'd have been like, eh.
Instantly breaking things is pretty. Well, it can be pretty useful outside of.
Yeah, that's why it's like, do I want to
Hey,
keep
you
it? Or...
blow all 3 charges, that's 6d10 damage.
Yeah.
Is it 10? 60?
What did you get?
Yeah.
What's the
Fire?
one?
Can't scratch you.
The healing one.
Oh, it's a healing one. Okay.
Oh yeah, the staff of healing.
I didn't know who I could use that on.
Uh oh.
That poor bastard.
Oh god.
Oh no! Do it!
Von the bottom.
Sorry, bud.
Oh, he'll have a thunder bottom later.
They judge.
I already had it drink yet. Almost going up.
I'm thirsty.
See, you need to combine that and just have that and just be like, sorry, her dog got
We're
loose.
going to the town tonight. We're gonna see what happens to the Lord of the Lion Leader.
Oh god! And then you just literally like.
Jamie.
We're
Somebody's been lazy today and
Excuse you, I did that like 3 hours ago!
3 hours ago.
It takes a while for those things to dry, okay?
Did you guys end up buying anything from the auctions?
No.
I see your cover. Your light switch cover.
Oh yeah, that came from eBay. I was so
eBay.
happy I saw it. I wanted something that wasn't.
We're not taking their money,
Cause
but can we take the items?
You know.
I'm assuming you guys took them already.
I know the cat scratch is going with us. I know the healing's probably going with us, but would it be wrong?
Wait, does the rain require
I
two?
mean,
Yes.
Yes, it does.
we're not taking their gold.
No, we're not
I
taking
don't know
the
what, I
majority
don't
of
know what
it.
they would use the gold for and where the hell they got
It's
so much
to
from.
try to get
What? You
their,
had no idea where the
God out
gold
of his
came from?
imprisonment.
My understanding is that it was payment for helping dig this place.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Hey,
Oh, I know what
address. Would you like the whip?
So pay them to
What is that?
Taking the ring. I'm
She wants the ring of the ram. She's giving you the haunted
Would you
wire.
like a
What's the
one?
ring of the ring? Okay.
The way ring of the ram is I
It's
can.
hard and it breaks things.
Yeah, look at it. 60-10 damage if I blow
spend
all
all
3
three
things.
charges.
Does it?
You are free to take as you wish. The horde.
The money is not.
You can ask us to leave. If we were to leave, I would like to take some with us. But since if you're saying we can stay,
Friend, you're staying.
Honestly,
the items are free to be taken.
We
the idea is we want them to
just
help
want the item.
finish
Just
the
a fucking
sanctuary,
hat.
right?
That smells super sour.
Yes, we wanted to. You know, do you have to have
What was it?
plans
It was
for-
a hat.
for what was supposed to be the rest of the
It was-
sanctuary?
Hat.
There's like one,
Well, I know
a
which
lot of
ones I'm
holes.
Nothing has been done as far as developing the sanctuary since the fall of the group.
Do you have any idea about any plans they might have had for what they wanted? Or could have been.
My understanding was that they were going to develop into a place called Light City.
Light City.
Yes,
Oh,
the Warriors
city.
of Light. It's
Oh,
make
it's
sure-
like a city down here.
Before.
Have you did you not know the name of the party?
No,
No, we
it's
just
not
knew the
the
members.
name.
We just
Oh,
knew
they're
there was Dana.
known as the legendary Warriors of Light.
And that was the Lavendel Burrows.
I think I like the Legendary Warriors a lot better.
If you guys have tried to decode the journal left behind at all, one of the first entries you would have discovered was that they were called the Warriors of Light. If you haven't
that
done
might
anything with it, it's
That might actually have plans in it. We should take a look at that. I know we
Um,
want to continue developing this place.
From what I understand, history passed down, although after you pass things down far enough, it's not certain if it's very accurate anymore. But the understanding was that it was supposed to be Light City. It was supposed to be a place for the people of a city called Phandalin, I think.
Yes.
For if there was ever a problem with the orcs that they were watching, they could evacuate them into the city to live here until the danger had passed.
And then they all, and then the orcs
No, it's
attacked.
lost mine at Fandelver. We're still Fandelver.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then the orcs
I knew it was
attacked. The sanctuary wasn't
Yes.
finished. They weren't able to
And
get
they were
anyone
killed
there.
trying to protect
Yes, they went
the
to protect the. They went to protect the
people.
people since they didn't have a place to keep them all. Because this place was
Yeah,
not
no, we need to
finished.
finish this place. We're going
The
to
last thing
finish
that
the
they
legacy.
did, they brought in chickens, pigs, cows, and goats, and sheep into a very small area that we had dug out, supposedly. Again, before my time, I wasn't there. But we finished the farm area, and we took care of the cattle, and they've helped feed us all this time. But a couple of years ago, they just suddenly died for, some sort of disease, I think.
How many floors were completed?
I wonder how they got them in here.
I don't know, honestly.
You know there's 5 apparently.
I know that it's supposedly the 5th basement, but there's, again, the stairs end, so I don't know why they said that. We assume that it's somewhere beneath the prison, although there's no stairs to that level either, so we don't really know.
How did they get them in here?
That was 420-something years ago before my time.
I'm sure,
Stasis orb, probably.
I'm pretty sure you could throw the pigs down the hole.
What, Little Hoof's in right now?
Yeah, but that goes to the stable then.
Yes, but they did that and then brought them out of the stable, then took them to the thing.
Just
Because you
needed
can
two
just
at the
teleport
beginning.
them into the stable.
Long story short, before the stable was attached to the sanctum, it was a portable item that they could take things in and out with.
Ah.
It was essentially a Pokeball. They could go and get whatever.
So
So we
basically,
can buy 2 at a time.
What your parents are in?
what? Oh, hold on a
One
minute.
parent. Yes.
Her parents dead, dude.
Oh God, which one?
Have intact, okay?
Father.
Okay. Sorry, I don't remember
Okay,
this.
so you have looted the horde.
Yeah.
You've
they're
looted
not-
the other stuff.
we shouldn't have looted.
We're not taking anything else from them.
Alright, we're not taking the gold from them because we're
I'd like to take
I'm surprised you left the dagger, honestly. But
What
a trip to the entrance.
the dagger with the skull and the glowing eyes.
I don't remember what it was.
It's the
Certainly
thing
not
that
gonna
was
find
making
out
it.
now. You left it with Shade.
Pretty sure that's the thing that was making it so I couldn't heal.
It is.
Oh, it is a thing you couldn't heal. Oh, whatever.
Any damage with it cannot regain health.
Oops.
Ow.
Anyway,
Okay.
Oh well.
I would like to take a trip to the entrance of their lair. So we can.
We're not done with the tour.
do you guys want a full tour? I can do it.
Sure.
Okay.
Quick.
Okay, so
That wall's not darkened. Just noticed that. I was like, something.
room 1 is the entryway. You have oil here. If you were to come in, they would collapse this tunnel, forcing you to go through the oil, but they would then set on fire once you were most of the way through. Once the oil caught fire, it would catch fire to the rest of you. Or anybody went through.
Ingenious little bastards.
In this room, there is swarms of rats. And fire beetles that breathe fire. If anybody didn't catch fire, they just... And because you're doused in oil, you have to get through there.
Do they like
did that to
beetles?
myself.
This little oil is like 3 feet deep and it's 10 feet wide.
Oh, yeah.
You can jump over it if you get a really good dex check.
I got that thing spinning and I was about to go up there and I was like, wait.
Okay, so...
Do they feed the rats and the fire beetles?
Yes.
Okay. That was-
The rats eat
Yeah.
the fire beetles.
They're harmonious.
Okay,
Oh, even more terrifying.
okay. Over here, in this room,
Sorry.
you have to go through this pit. This pit is 3 feet deep of muddy water, and the bottom is all spikes. So you step in, get pierced, and you wind up diseased and bleeding at your feet.
Lovely.
Good God, these guys are amazing. I love them.
Stepping into
Return of
here,
Pink eye.
there are 3 quadrones, which are these tiny little mechanical things. They're tiny golems, essentially. They just kind of hang out in there. And there is a trap in there that makes rocks fall from the ceiling, doing damage. Going into... in here, this is again the same thing. Any of the browns are spikes
Spike traps.
in water. This is a long spike in water thing. If you came through here, this tunnel would be collapsed, forcing you to go through the long spikes where there are tunnel stuff up there where kobolds are plinging stuff at you the entire time.
Yeah.
Going up to here, this room is If you go up the northern path there, they collapse the tunnel behind you, leaving you stuck in there and unable to get out. And while you try to dig out, they just pummel you with rocks and stuff.
Lovely.
So you can't get out, essentially.
Is there anything in here that's just not a room of death?
No, the entire lair is a room of death.
Okay.
Everywhere you go, you are being pummeled and killed and trapped and
That's why you don't go into a
Where's the
kobold's lair.
hatchery?
the hatchery's right there.
Ah, okay.
If you were to come into this room, you would go here. There's a full-size door here. If you open the door, there's just a tiny path that goes through there. But when you open the door, the entire room collapses on you. You're dead.
Holy shit.
So yeah, if
You
you
don't go
open
into a
that door,
kobold's lair. They are not
if you open
playing.
that door, or if kobolds are on the other side, if they're here or here, and when you step in there, they run around and open the door from the other side, and the entire roof caves in. You have to make a Dex 25 save or be crushed. Just straight up, you're done.
I feel like you should have just done it with like the one mud to stone spell.
Anyway, so
That advantages less.
continuing forward,
Then just straight death.
there's leading into these two passageways here. Neither of these passageways collapse, but they will fall out from under you if anybody but a kobold steps on them.
So they're taking care of their eggs.
Don't jump.
Yes. That's the egg room. There's a small fire in the center. There's sleeping pads all around. But if you step into those, you fall 30 feet onto spikes. And these spikes are covered in horrible stuff. You wind up poisoned, diseased, and 30 feet down onto spikes, fall damage
So-
and spike damage.
Damn.
Punji sticks.
Yes, punchy sticks. They're punchy bits. I couldn't think of punchy for a second there. Oh, yeah, going up this passageway here, where it would collapse in under you, there's a pressure plate, tripwire pressure plate. So, and each of them are hidden in different degrees, so if you see one, you might not see the next, and you certainly wouldn't see the third one.
Wow.
So they're more and more well hidden. If you trip any of them, collapse, you're stuck in there.
Damn.
This passageway right here, leading across right here, it's every single square is either tripwire or a pressure plate.
Jesus.
Yeah. There's pits full of fire. There's pits full of monsters. Where is the one that has the...
Wait, monsters.
Yes, they captured these little things that look like brains with legs.
I'm
And
sorry, wait.
They
what?
actually eat your intelligence. When they bite you, your intelligence stat decreases. If it hits 0, you fall unconscious until greater restored. And they capture them
Okay.
from the Underdark. Brought
What are
them
those
back
called again?
here. They're called intellect devourers.
That's what they're called. I know it's not mind flayers, but it's close
They
enough.
are the pets of mind flayers.
They're the
and
pets of mind
and failed mind flare experiments.
Oh, well, that's just terrifying.
The throne room is rigged for a complete collapse. Behind the throne, there's a lever. If you pull it down, the whole room collapses. If you pull it up, it opens a tunnel to Gus's.
Huh.
That's how the parents got down to Gus. They took him there, dragged him down through, and dropped him in Gus's room.
So is that where I would have came out if
Yes.
I followed that?
If you fall, well, actually, technically speaking, if you followed up there, you would have wound up to a dead end, and you would have been like, essentially the throne slides to the side, and there's a path underneath it.
So there's no litter on the other side.
No.
Knock, knock,
Not for human sizes. There's little ones for kobolds, but if you made it up, first off, you've gone through like 50 traps, gotten lost 20 times, and wound up underneath a throne that you can't move, and they would have all known you were there long ago.
Good God.
So I didn't actually build that part because you were never supposed to go up that path, and it's like I was gonna make it like literally like I'm going up there. I was just like, okay, we're gonna make it up as we go. But yeah, no.
Which path to take?
The horde room. This pathway goes to nothingness. It's full of traps and horribleness. And yeah, pretty much every time you go through any of this area, you're constantly having rocks thrown at you. There's constant traps. You can't do any investigation for traps. It's going to be disadvantaged because you're dodging rocks while you're trying to look for traps. You wind up stepping on them. You don't go into a kobold's lair
That's
unless
why
they
if
lead
this
you.
place gets under attack, we find them and ask them to take
So,
us into
long
the
story
state.
short, too late!
They won't find any of us.
They explain to you how it all works, where all the traps are, how you maneuver through and don't step on them. They show you everything.
If
And-
something attacks the sanctum,
hey.
is there any chance, if we feel like we aren't able to defeat them, is there any chance we could come down here and be
Oh,
safe?
of
Because they will
course.
not be able to. This place is terrifying. I love it.
If you guys ever
Dude,
got a general
Zevrash
out
told
of
you
the
guys,
war,
you do not
Yeah, I know.
go into a kobold's lair.
Sephiroth was not kidding.
No, she was not kidding.
Speaking of Zevrash,
If you guys had come running in here, it would have been like, okay.
Zeph, please.
If for some reason one of you gets hurt or sick, Zevaresh can heal you. One of the Perrin brothers can heal you.
Jake can heal you.
He can
Technically,
heal
he's
you on
able
occasion,
to.
and I can. So
Very well.
if
It's good to
something
know.
happens, just bring them to us and we'll help.
If we're not
Leave
going
me
to
out
find
of
the
this.
parents.
Fuck a cleric.
I'm not
Shut
sure.
up, you cleric.
As they
I'm
explain
trying to do
everything to
something
you.
about the food situation to get animals back in here again.
Yeah.
Well, with the power on, the plants are growing much faster than they have been for
So that's
years.
good.
So
That's
that's
very
good
good.
too.
Why was the
Let's see if we can't get us some
power
meat
taken?
in here.
Why was the power all taken?
You could have asked his head, but I think it's gone now.
Yeah.
Fair
that's
enough.
fine.
Oh,
scare the
wait,
other guy
hang
we
on,
met
wait, hang
downtown.
on.
That is a
He
great
took
first
it.
order.
He took it. Oh, that can't bode well. If
Oh,
he was already being a jerk.
The two warlords that have died were both loyal to Draco and good guys, and he got them killed because they would have
Bastard.
they would have stood against him if it came push to shove.
Damn.
So he got them to go through to do the dangerous stuff. The one of them is the one that died as he threw the orb into the hole in the wall. He got killed by the magic missiles as they relayed it out. He died getting the thing out of there, so they got the orb, but he died in the process. I can't remember. The other one died somewhere in there, but I can't remember
And
how.
all
so.
they did was
Probably one of us.
make sure that
Maybe.
there wasn't enough food for everybody.
Oh no, guys, we one-shot
That
one
was
of
stupid.
Okay, then that must have been him.
them. Either.
I don't remember. I remember two of them were killed.
And just remember, there's something in the mana fountain. We could probably use the whip to get it out.
Probably.
Grasp.
Okay,
Yikes!
so that pretty much wraps up this. Unless there's anything else you guys want to do.
Do you need us to do anything for you, Claude?
We all need a long rest to figure out what the fuck just happened.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I honestly would like to keep my room.
Yes,
Of course!
Of course.
I imagine being a leader is going to be very tough, so you'll need someone to...
My own
quiet,
private
yeah.
sanctuary is definitely appreciated.
yes, yes.
Of course.
certainly.
It's a lot easier to hear us whenever something, hits the
Yeah.
fan and we yell.
Indeed.
I mean, I'm pretty sure anyone could hear
I
me
look
when I
forward
rage,
to
so...
many years of peace
Yeah, so we can,
Yes.
I
It's an
hope so as
understanding.
well.
we can
And
key you in
similarness.
so that you can
Yes.
have that room and come in and out as you
I'm
wish.
sorry, what?
We can key you into that room so you can put the...
Oh,
You can put the
You're
door
up
up
and
if you
down as
want.
you
You can
like.
walk in and out.
I can't. That's for masters only.
No.
You have your curtains.
Master Champion Chief.
Do we want to do that?
He still has the curtains. We haven't taken them down.
Yes, I know, but do we want to make him a master?
Yes.
I wouldn't mind it.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Fair enough.
I mean,
yes,
Keeping
eventually,
secrets.
As you wish.
but, I mean,
We have the ability.
let us figure out some
I need
shit
to
before.
I need to figure some things
Yeah,
out.
we do.
Yeah,
Um,
we do too. Don't worry.
By the way, the thing that you didn't take from him is a periactive poison. It makes him completely immune to all poisons.
Oh, nice.
Damn it.
And he was wearing it just in case.
Oh,
Draco Shade took
Hey,
it
what's
and
going
gave it to him just in case.
I don't know.
Yeah,
we're
you
talking
got
something specific.
you got the tour finished. So everyone's done in.
Yep.
Okay. Partway through the tour, as you're being explained all these things and everything's being told to you, Rainstorm.
Yes.
There is a flash of green as your golden cross just appears in your hand, seemingly out of nowhere. It just flashes forward,
Oh.
and then it's suddenly this sheathed in gold green flames as green flames race around the top of the blade,
Whoa, what's happening?
and then it just and you see it almost like explosion, and now you can see that the green flame has formed into the top of a tree at the top edge of the blade, and you hear, "It's time."
Neat.
What just happened?
I have no idea.
What?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll be
Did we
there
see
soon.
this?
Yeah, you guys.
Okay.
This is a very big display. Her sword just appears in her hand out of nowhere. She just, whoa, what the? And then green flames literally just start running around it, and all of a sudden there's a small explosion, and the green flames fan out, and it looks like she's holding a small tree in her hand.
I grab Hugh. I'm like, hold on. Something doesn't seem right.
I just pull out my sword. Like, can you do
I'm
that
a
too?
druid on a rampage.
Yeah,
I
and
just
you
pull
just
out.
hear.
It's time.
So, We're done with the tour, and what would you guys like to do
You
next?
got a tree on your sword. I've got a snake in my sword. What's going on here?
I got a snake in my boot.
Yeah, there's
I've
a
got
snake
a
in my
snake
sword.
in my boot.
Thank you.
There's a snake in my sword.
Alright, so what do you guys want to do?
There's a tree in your sword. There's a snake in
Well,
mine.
we talked to Claude, told him, you know, to call us if he needs us. He can still keep his room.
We wanna.
He can't keep his room yet. He can
Well,
still
keep-
occupy it, but he can't do
Yeah.
things with it.
Yeah, but it's his. You know, I mean, he
Hey,
can,
well, oh yeah, I haven't told any of them
He's
that.
like,
No. It's
Hey, how-
it's his,
Yes,
but
it's
it's
his.
not his.
He's
We're
like, I've been
working on
looking at that bed for 20 years and I just can't touch it.
Essentially, he still can't.
Yeah,
No, we need.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do? Where do you want to go?
I
I need to go get my little float.
The time is yours.
I forgot my puppy's still in the bag. How is he doing?
You have things that you need to
He's
do.
gnawing on something inside the bag.
Taking
We're
us
gonna-
to the living
I'm
room.
just gonna go
stuff.
reach down and pet him.
But this
I'm petting
means
the puppy
Sorry, we're
dog.
just talking
All
to
right.
yourself. No one's listening.
Pet the puppy dog.
We're leaving.
welcome to my life.
Yeah,
Every
I
day
think
as a
do it.
parent,
Roll animal handling.
I
Oh,
understand.
jeez.
I talk and nobody listens.
I'm sorry. I'm petting the puppy
We're dealing
dog.
with a puppy. Just a second.
My mom
6.
doesn't listen.
And it bites the hell out
It
of
just
you.
looks at you and just snaps at you.
Okay.
And just
I just take it.
you
I take
missed.
it. Oh.
And he snaps at you and just goes back to gnawing on. You see, he's got a piece of the jerky that you had gotten, and he's just
Aw.
gnawing
Enjoy
on it.
the jerky. I know you would keep trying to
There's
bite
a
me.
little
I
bit of a
don't-
bad smell coming out of the pouch too.
Probably shouting it.
There's a snake in your sword and shit in your pouch.
Okay,
Oh, God, I gotta clean that out.
She
Oh,
has
go in
the
there.
puppy in her pouch.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't reference it unless I have to.
Okay.
Ah, he's just
So-
doing
Specific instances like
so
this we'll
we're
talk
at the
about.
at the front of the kobolds thing.
You guys are wherever you want to go.
I'm going to get my little float.
All right.
Alright.
Give me these three.
So I guess I will.
Now, where's Katie?
No, don't worry about it.
Katie.
Just like the orb, you don't get to keep.
Aww.
Ah. Wait, is the electric
Call
one still
me.
downstairs?
No, the electric orb's in your fucking sword.
Adris,
Oh, yeah.
the ghost slayer.
Okay, so you make your way out.
Rain.
Oh, thank you. So I guess we're heading upstairs then to the.
Hang on,
Little
wait,
float.
can we get the thing out of the fountain while we're
I
thinking
gotta
about
look
it?
at my poison.
Oh,
Okay,
jeez.
so
Good.
we're going to the
Don't give him
mausoleum.
another headache.
Okay, you head down to the mausoleum. The
Well,
orb
actually,
of light is still floating. You head up to the mausoleum.
She's
First
still in the
floor, right?
in the
Yes.
the thing, right?
No, first basement.
First basement.
Right.
Oh, so I
Uh,
tell it's technically attuned to the whip. Do you want me to see if I can grab that thing?
As you guys are heading up through,
What do you want to do it?
as you guys are heading up through
I'll try
there,
it later.
Satine, you hear a strange dog barking. And he's sitting there gnawing. You just hear a. It's just this quiet. It's a barking like you haven't heard before, but it
Oh,
seems
he
to be
made
down
a-
behind you. Like you guys are heading up the stairs, and then down the stairs, you just hear this echoing.
Do you that the bark?
You guys
It's
would.
not him.
You guys would actually hear it as well.
It's not him. He's not barking.
Coming
He's behind
from
us.
down.
Down. You guys are halfway up to the mausoleum, and down back the way you came, you hear a dog barking.
Okay, let's fucking go check that out. because
Oh yeah,
that's
no,
not-
the prison levels below. Okay, yeah.
Maybe Spot could go in there.
Let's go check it.
Did another one drop off?
So you guys,
God!
it does not sound like.
No, it's not a
dog sounds.
Grender.
So
This
gotta go
sounds like
down.
a golden retriever. You hadn't.
Golden retriever.
This sounds just like a dog, just a
With the
dog
wolf.
barking.
Okay.
Maybe one of the
Go
kobolds has
check it
got a
out.
cough.
Okay, so you heading back downstairs.
Yep.
All right. You head downstairs. Perception checks.
Oh God, why?
Visual?
You're looking for a dog.
Natural one.
Perception.
21.
It's okay. I have a dog.
Wait, did it go up?
18.
No, I don't think it
It has a dog.
Yeah.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
You head down and you're looking around. No sign. You don't hear it anymore.
The whistle.
Hello.
Nothing.
No.
Cool. Let's just keep on fucking
Go
going.
back up to the mausoleum then.
Back to the.
How far did we go down?
You went down to the prison level.
Okay, did we look around? Look around the prison levels, the two doors.
Yeah, your perception checks. You looked around. You didn't find anything.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
sit
22.
down
Go down
back
one
there
more.
and wait for them to go up a little bit. See if.
Wait, yeah. The next
Okay.
floor is the farm.
We're gonna go down to the farm.
Oh,
Okay, you're going down to the 5th basement?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
you
the
go down the stairs, you look over on the landing, you see the archway, nothing's there.
Touch
No.
the arch.
Okay, so
Touch the arch.
you have to touch the wall that is the arch. Like, she's like, is it real? If she had said moo while touching it,
Touch and move.
No.
you touch it, you
I
go
only say
moo.
moo when I have my.
There's a rumble, and the actual wall just raises up, opening the archway. You find yourself in a rather large expanse. You find it's grassy, and there seems to be sunlight shining on it. The grass is horribly overgrown.
We need to get some animals down here.
You see there's a fenced-in area to the left.
Bring little hoof in here.
There's a fenced-in area
He'd
to the
be
left.
so
There's
happy.
another fenced-in area next to that. There's a small barn in the back corner and a chicken coop in the right corner. And then another 2 fenced-in pens over there, all of it horribly overgrown with grass.
I'm gonna
How much do you
go
think
to
that
the-
little hoof would love it here?
Go to the barn.
Okay, you're gonna walk back to the back corner of the barn. It takes you a few minutes to walk back there. It's a pretty decent way. It's not as big as the garden, but it's about half the size of the garden.
Damn,
Oh, that's
that sounds
awesome.
big area.
And you see that there are orbs that are there lighting the area. You make your way back to the barn. It's a small-ish barn, not big enough to house. I mean, you could probably put a couple horses in it, but it doesn't seem to be made for that purpose. Typical red doors with a white cross on it.
Is there water
Open it up.
on?
There is in the corner. There is a small, almost a trough. It looks like a lake, but it's not really. And there's a small stream feeding into it and then going back
Okay.
out and disappearing.
What's in the barn?
Inside the barn, you find there's a small hayloft up above, and there's individual stalls. Look like they're possibly for milking cows or for shearing sheep or for whatever. It's just a basic barn used for maintaining
Okay,
animals.
we gotta get some animals. We can
Animals.
have steaks.
Horrible.
Why?
Little hoof down there to.
Yeah, I was gonna
Cut
say
the
the
grass.
little hoof. He would just be like,
Okay.
Imagine my horse would like it too.
just let him cut the grass.
Okay, cool.
I wonder if the.
I guess let's just go down all the
I
way
was
till
gonna
it
say,
ends.
do you think
Why?
Spot
I'm
would
getting all the way
like?
down to the dark. Underdark. Underdark.
I mean, stuff echoes for a while. I'd rather be safe.
Just go caca!
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Yelling caca!
Going all
Okay.
the way down. All the way down to the last till it ends.
Okay, you're going to spend roughly half an hour walking downstairs.
I would rather take the risk and not fuck up somewhere.
Okay.
I'm gonna head upstairs though to let the parents know that everything's cool.
Come with me. I don't want to die.
I'm going with
I
her,
guess I'm going
'cause I
with
gotta
you.
complete out my
Split
bag.
the party.
I gotta
Yeah.
complete out my bag.
Okay. Long story short, you make your way down and find nothing.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay.
You guys make your way up
Yes.
I
And
go
find
with-
nothing.
Wanna
They're
go
gone.
to
and find nothing. No.
Mama, Liam,
Okay.
and I'm assuming the parents are in their little respective corners.
Perrin is in the enchanting room with his little circlet piece.
He's playing around with
Randall,
things.
I assume, is in the potions room.
Randall's standing in front of the potions door with his arms crossed as you step up. He sees you two, you step forth, and he waits for a second, he goes,
He's downstairs.
He's downstairs.
okay, turns around and goes back inside.
Fair enough, fair enough. How's that thing he was distilling doing?
Yeah.
Um,
We walked over and asked him.
it hasn't been very long, so
I don't know
it's...
how long it takes
Well,
to
we
distill
fought the
something.
kobolds, so it,
I-
it feels like it's been a while for
From,
us.
from what I know of these, quarter of the way down, maybe?
Okay.
It's still,
Yeah, yes,
like,
everything's-
boiling away.
The thing is taking care of
Everything
the
should
kobolds.
be. Oh. Ha ha.
What?
Clones in
I
the
found
leader.
your shields.
You found my shields!
This
Oh, that's
is-
excellent! Oh my, because you don't have anywhere to hide them. You've been carrying
no, I
them.
don't.
You would have seen them earlier, but eh.
We
Goes,
tried to make sure they
oh,
weren't
those don't look very good.
He didn't
They
recognize
put
him.
them on a golem, and apparently it did not do well.
Well,
Well, there
at
goes
least
50,000 gold.
But Satine, didn't we have something for Randall?
Yes. I pull out
What?
the what's it called? The smoking armor. And it's like,
We thought you
You
could
can
put that
transfer that
on
to
your-
your-
Oh my, what kind of armor is it?
I think it's chainmail.
Chainmail? Okay.
Yeah, it
Oh
just
my.
it smokes, and I thought it would combine with those shields if we can get those shields fixed,
Put
and
that,
we can put
yeah.
that enchantment on your armor.
Well,
It
it's
would
certainly
look
better than
amazing.
what I have now, as he's holding
Yeah, just,
the robes made from the
Oh, yeah.
curtains.
yes.
Does your mother know you wear her drapes?
Does thou mother know
what
if you're
you
wearing
wear.
her drapes?
Well, this is wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, I figured the enchantment would be nice to put on a good armor to make it
Oh,
look
right now I have nothing better. This will work wonderfully.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Not for the everyday, of course, but protection is protection. Thank
Protection,
you.
very much protection. And it smokes!
Indeed, that could be fun.
Oh, yes. When you
Well,
get
thank
the
you very
shields back
much.
and then the smoking.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
thank you very much. It's nice of
No
you.
problem.
I will have some more potions done probably in the next couple of days.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome.
Yes, we've taken care of the kobolds.
Yes.
Well, you
So
met
if we
Claude,
can
right?
get,
Don't kill any. Oh, I'm not there.
yeah.
You met Claude, right? You met
Um,
the little... He's
The little-
black, right?
Little,
Yeah, he's
yeah, the little
the
dragon.
I think I've met.
With the sword?
The little dragon with the little
samurai
kobold
sword?
with the samurai
Just tell
sword.
them
I
not
don't,
to
I
kill
don't
anyone
remember.
now.
I don't remember if they saw him or not.
Oh, well,
He was down. No, he wasn't.
No, I don't
They
think
didn't take him
Claude's
down.
Claude led them.
Okay.
He was down in the prisons or whatever.
yeah, he was with us in the prisons.
Into the other room.
Yeah, that's
yep,
right.
that's
He's
right.
in the presence
That's right,
with him.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, yes, I remember.
Yeah, so
But
he's
he's
in
the,
charge now.
yes, he's the leader now, and
Well, that's-
so
Probably better.
it
Yes,
is very
he's
good.
very
So
honorable.
They
He's
should
very
not
good.
attack us.
Oh, that's
If they
wonderful.
do,
Tell Claude first.
tell Claude first
Excellent.
before you
Good to know.
retaliate.
Yeah.
Just like
We
knock
asked
him
him
out.
Very well.
Yeah, so
If
we should
his
be
people
good.
are- Is there any way you...
Nope.
Yeah.
Problems. Nobody should be attacking anybody now. Maybe things will calm down and quiet down.
Yeah. If
Excellent.
they're
That's good to
hurt,
know.
maybe we can help them out.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes. And I'm
It
gonna
was
go-
quite the battle, and
see
with
Mary.
old I'm still hurting.
Are you hurting?
I don't know, how are you feeling?
I walked away.
Oh, you
I
also...
walked up here.
I got knocked down once, but you know what, I got back. After
You
they
are
left me
looking a
down.
bit rough.
I've got 42. I've got half health.
I haven't even got a quarter!
I could offer you some healing if
That
you'd
would be
like.
wonderful, dear.
Alright, he's going to
God. Ah!
lay his hands on you and heal you for 17 points.
That's much better.
Like, well, that should hold you for now.
Yes, thank you.
Do be more careful, although I do appreciate your efforts.
Well, being a barbarian, I'm kind of a meat
This-
shield at this point.
Indeed, did you need it? Oh gosh, she's gone. Oh, I know where she's going.
Oh, dear.
So,
Baron.
how are you? As we.
Oh, dear. How are you doing?
So, how's your circlet thing going, Perrin?
This place is quite wonderful, I'll tell you. It's quite amazing. I went to sleep, and it maintained.
All night.
It was very interesting. If I'm getting this correct, I might be able to enchant things with about half the time necessary.
Nice.
Have you noticed that thing in the fountain?
Yes, actually, I am going to go and get it out.
I wouldn't advise it. It takes a toll on you for
It
touching
does,
it.
but I'm gonna try to grab it out real quick.
Oh, well, be careful. If you need me, I'll be here, as he's
Certainly.
still holding the circlet is spinning around there.
Claude, the kobold that we had that was with us when we got y'all out of the jail.
Yes, I'm aware of him.
He is in charge now.
Oh, that sounds excellent. I talked with him for a little bit. He seemed like a very nice person.
He's a very honorable person, yes.
Well, hopefully that'll put an end to all of our troubles
So,
then.
yeah.
Not a dick.
If you have any trouble with the kobolds, don't kill them. Just like knock them out, and we'll discuss it with Claude because they should.
Non-lethal, you got it.
Non-lethal. Thank you.
Indeed. If you don't mind, I'm still working
Sure.
here.
Yeah, join back
I'm
up
gonna
with
go
her so we
and
don't talk
You
to
do
the
notice
taste.
that he now has, instead of the 5 crystals, he now has 7.
how's
7
the
crystals
box doing?
focused on it.
Box. His box.
The box.
His box.
Who box?
His box!
The
that is-
chest.
The chest!
Oh yes. How's your chest going? Did you find any more things?
Well, one of the gems actually fit just perfectly. One of the others is going to have to be cut. Mateus is working on it right now.
Oh, excellent. So does that mean you'll have all of them then?
If we can cut this one correctly, it may work. I'm not sure.
Oh, hopefully it will, dear.
Can we
Sorry.
talk over? Is there a speaker system in the?
Oh, I wish! Everyone's on the
Okay, so,
floor.
anything else? What's next?
I'm gonna head in the
Yeah.
tent in the room and
I'm gonna join up with her after saying goodbye to her and
Indeed, have a good one.
I'm
You
gonna
too?
reach down and grab whatever.
You're just going to reach in and grab for it.
Darling, what are
Make a
you
dex check.
doing?
Because my dex and my con is pretty damn good.
You just try to talk.
Check, not saving throw.
That's
still good.
15.
15? Alright, now make a Constitution saving throw.
Saving throw for con is really good.
21.
Okay. Now, have you taken a long rest since you did it? You did, right? You put it back and now you took a long rest and this is the first time today?
Yes.
Okay. You regain essentially 3 first level spell slots.
Nice.
As you feel this surge of power, it's almost painful, run up your arm into your chest.
I'm just watching this like, you do remember what happened to me when I touched one?
That's why I'm
As you reach down and you snatch at it, your dex was 15.
Yes.
You grab for it and you just hit it and don't manage to grab hold of it. It's down through there. The water is rippling around, and you reach for it, but the distortion makes it so you can't quite get it. You touch it and you see it roll, and you just damn it.
Darling, the whip that we have that I give to Andrew, so we
You
can
think you'll
probably
actually get it out of here?
we might be able to use it to grab it out. I mean, it doesn't seem to mess with magical items. Yeah, where are they?
You guys have made your way back at this point.
Well, how long has it been since I gave him the whip?
Oh, it's got to be an hour. He's got to attune to it.
No, am I still technically attuned to it? Because I can just grab it.
Technically, you would still be attuned to it.
Do you mind if I borrow the whip right quick? I want to see if I can grab it with it.
Well, did you attune something else? No, you
No, I
haven't.
haven't.
So no,
Not
you
yet.
wouldn't have.
Not
No.
yet. I haven't attuned this yet. Let me see if I can use the whip to... Hang on, can I see the paper for just a second? I want to make sure that I use the right word.
Yeah, it's grasp.
I think it's grasp.
It's
I
grasp.
want to make sure, yeah. Okay, yeah, so I just point it and go, grasp.
All right,
Yeah,
make an attack roll with disadvantage.
What's it? Oh wait, I still have it on here. That's still a... What's
Natural
8 plus
20.
9?
And
An 8. But that's 8 plus 9.
17.
17, that's still a good number, 17.
Okay. As you take the whip and you just
Grasp!
grasp, you see it reach out, slash the bottom of the fountain, and come back with nothing.
I can do this 3 times, hold up, let's do
No,
this.
you can't. You already used it once.
When did I use it?
That was yesterday. Never mind.
2 more times!
It's hard to attack roll disadvantage.
Nowhere close.
1.
As you grasp and you pull it back, as you pull it back, you say grasp early, and it actually whips back and wraps around Rainstorm. And just
Sorry, darling!
and you're like,
Can
hit!
you get this off me?
As it make a strength check, please, both of you.
Make sure you don't fall into the fountain.
Oh no.
7.
20!
As it wraps around, she goes, "Oh, sorry!" Yank! And yanks you towards her as you go flying back towards her.
Are we seeing this?
You guys walk in. As you step
Oh, yeah,
in,
yeah.
No,
on the
he's
line.
in, because
oh, that's right, you had to get back. Okay, so yes, you're seeing this. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws.
It's not us this time.
Fucking dumbasses.
As they're doing
12.
12!
Oh,
Plus my 4.
As you come hurtling towards her, as she yanks on the thing, she's like, "Sorry about that," and she pulls to get it loose from you, accidentally yanking you towards her. You come sliding forward and slam into her as you both teeter over the edge of the fountain. You're like, "Ah!" And you're teetering on the edge there, and you just, and you slowly come back and get back to your feet and your foot.
so sorry,
footing.
darling!
You're like,
I walk over to the edge and use Thorn Whip to try and get the thing out of it.
Do that
Get
Throw
that
your
back,
attack roll too, right?
What?
It's still an attack roll?
Yes.
Make an attack roll with disadvantage.
It's okay.
Can you
It's
use
cantrip.
fairy light on that thing? So it can glow?
14.
14? Nope.
No, if you
Well,
use
try
fairy
I'm
light...
trying the same method I did last time.
Make a dexterity check.
Thank you.
22.
He's doing his thing first.
Oh, sin again.
With disadvantage, you got a 22?
Plus 10 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm right beside you,
14.
though.
14.
Oh,
He
it's a
grabs
check, not a save.
Gotcha.
he grabs the chain and the basket, and he slings it out there, and it doesn't even get close to you as he then realizes, oh, right, it's out of reach of the chain again. Dang it!
Okay, look, I can try this one more time.
As Haru conjures a thorn whip, and it just, and It hits the gem, and the gem just ting, 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 goes around like a pinball, but does not get pulled up out.
Where does it land?
You know what?
E4.
It lands directly beneath the basket.
I'm gonna grab that bitch. With the basket.
Okay, make a dexterity check.
Son of a bitch. No, I don't get it.
Was that a natural one?
Yeah.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
With the basket?
No, you. Make a Constitution saving throw. As you attempt to toss the basket in and dip your hand in accidentally.
You have a +4 because of her. She's right there.
19 plus 4.
Okay, you're fine. If you used any magical powers, your symbol in your hand glows faintly now.
Fuck it. I'll die anyways. I'll just put my hand out in there and grab it.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Make a dex check. I shoved my head in the pond and survived. As you look over, Randall suddenly goes, "Oh God, not again!"
The evil pod couldn't kill me.
23.
23. You reach down and you snatch that sumbitch. It's in your hand. Make a Constitution saving throw.
With hella disadvantage.
13 plus
4 is 17.
17. As you feel this burning power run up your arm and into your chest, you feel your vision starting to blur, and then all of a sudden it goes down to where you can just see a tiny speck, and you're just like, as your vision comes back to you, everything's all dizzy and blurry, but you've got your hand, something's in your freaking hand, and you're like, oh. And you look down and there's an apple. No. And so you've got this in your hand, and you just barely pull through, just, huh.
Good God,
What a rush! It was like stealing the little one again.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder. You got problems.
Is this what he did before?
I'll die.
As you turn and look, you just see Randall walking away, shaking his head.
We're gonna start a new list here. Not scared of ponds.
Scared.
Scared of trees? What
Okay.
were the other ones we're scared of?
Many.
As you have this, whatever it is, in your hand, roll a d8.
Oh, Jesus.
Do I have a D? Yeah, I do have a D.
There's a bunch of D8s right there.
6?
6.
Wow. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary at least.
Hold on.
Back up.
I'm gonna pull my shield up.
This is gonna be so bad.
Really?
You guys didn't know what it
Dungeon
does.
Master is confused.
That's not good.
Oh. Shit! What a roll! Computing.
Okay.
Computing!
Computing.
It's like every time at Portal when you do something stupid and wheelie, it's just like, wait, hang on, what? Why did you go towards the death door? Because I could!
Because nobody stopped me.
She's blatantly told you it's a death door. Okay.
I just needed that information. What are we doing?
What does he got?
What is it?
Are you looking at it?
I am looking at it. Of course I'm looking at it. I was died for that.
As you open your hand, there's a diamond in your hand.
Diamond.
Woohoo.
It's actually a pretty decent looking diamond.
Hold
And
on,
you
we need
see-
to
It's
identify
magical
that.
though.
You see a pulsing power within it. And as you look at it, words start to appear on its surface.
Oh.
As words appear and disappear. As you are looking at it.
What are they saying? Can I tell?
By gathering threads of shadow material from the Shadowfell, you create a huge shadowy dragon in an unoccupied space that you can see within range of 120 feet. The illusion lasts for the spell's duration and occupies its space as if it were an actual creature. Are you continuing to read?
Yeah! I can fucking summon a dragon right
When the illusion appears, it's an illusion.
now! I know.
When the illusion appears, any of your enemies that can see it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become frightened of it for 1 minute. If a frightened creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight with the illusion, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success. You're continuing to read.
Yeah, of course.
As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the illusion up to 60 feet. At any point during its movement, you can cause it to exhale a blast of energy in a 60-foot cone originating from its space You have dragon breath, you bastard. When you create the dragon, choose a damage type: acid, cold, fire, lightning, necrotic, or poison. Each creature in the cone must make an intelligence saving throw. That's like one of the only ones in there. Taking 7d6 damage of the chosen damage type on a failed save, or half as much on a successful save.
I'm fucked on that one.
Are you wishing to continue reading?
Duh.
The illusion is tangible because of the shadow stuff used to create it, but attacks miss it automatically. It succeeds on all saving throws, and it is immune to all damage and conditions. A creature that uses an action to examine the dragon can determine it's an illusion by succeeding on an intelligence investigation check against your spell save, which you don't have.
one.
If a creature discerns the illusion for what it is, the creature can see through it and has advantage on saving throws against its breath.
But I can cast spells though.
Yeah, but we don't
For
have
my-
the actual
'cause I'm
spellcasting
actually-
abilities.
It's from my actual race. Okay. Do I re-roll this every morning, or is this just like...
You haven't identified it.
Well,
That's just
identify
that was what
the
was scrolling across the
Don't you have to
surface.
make a dex save to dodge fairy fire?
It's what was scrolling across the surface of the
Can't
diamond.
identify it.
You're supposed
The
Identify
to-
diamond
it.
is about that big.
It's pretty. Identify it.
I'm halfway worried that if I hand it off, it's going to change.
Just tell him to identify it in your
Can
hand.
you identify it with me holding it?
Yeah, it's a.
You want me to touch your rock?
So he gets his right.
Identify it.
I'll
Use your spell
identify it.
slots.
Okay.
It's a ritual.
Oh.
You're going to use the ritual?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to stand there for 10 minutes.
Oh! We're just
Well, I'll
sitting
have
there
it
like,
prepared
do,
anyways.
do, do,
Well, no, I think I always have it
do.
prepared. Technically.
Ritual.
Me and you're just sitting there like,
Well, ritual, you can do anything. You don't have to have it prepared, but to do something like,
My God.
Get it up, hey.
He identified it.
yeah, I guess it is always.
Get it over!
Please,
Whoa, that's a lot of words.
please pencil in illusory dragon.
Where should you want me to? You have better handwriting than me, don't you? That's your thing.
Not by much.
Not by much, no. But I
She's
just,
got the best handwriting out of the group, I'll be honest with you.
She'll write every
what is
single.
it? Illusion?
Illusory dragon.
Illusory dragon. It's a dragon!
It's a Durgan.
Dragon! Dragon. We still need to talk to Mateus.
A level 8 spell.
Well, yeah.
Damn. But I have to have the ingredients for it.
It's another spell gem.
It's just there.
Forever?
Okay.
It's the spell gem that you were supposed to find.
So technically, if it's an 8th level spell, the DC is 18.
According to that.
Holy shit.
Ugh.
Neat.
So, if we gotta find this black dragon, you wanna summon a dragon to fight a dragon?
I can't believe it. Man.
Okay.
It can't be
Your
him!
hand glows slightly. I stick it in. I'm sure that's what they wanted me to do.
What's his name just shows up and she's like, what are you doing?
I like the party.
Gotta love right
Like to
now.
party.
So,
So you have retrieved the spell gem from the mana fountain.
right, I'm gonna go talk to Mateus. Rain, do you want to go with me?
Actually, I'm gonna go find Rendell again.
As you see it pulsing with power, very similar to how the focus pulses when you take it out.
Oh. Okay, so does that mean it runs out of power?
You identified it.
Yes.
I'm
You
gonna go
can
talk
use
to
the spell one
Mateus.
time.
You can store one spell when the spell is used. The gem is empty.
But
You
then I
have to
can
refill it.
charge it through the fountain.
I mean, normally you cast a spell into it.
But if
Oh!
This, okay.
It's a random ass spell if you just did it in the fountain.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my god.
Fireball!
Why do you think the
Fireball!
basket's there?
That's fucking awesome.
Why do you think I had him roll a d8? Which school of magic is he getting?
That's
I got
awesome.
it 6. You're like, oh,
6 is illusion. And it's been sitting in the fucking thing for hundreds of years, so it's at its maximum potency. So I just had to decide, okay, what spell's gonna be in it? D8, illusion, okay!
I have a black dragon.
Like I said, dragon versus dragon.
You have a shadow dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go
You
with
can summon
that bad boy.
this guy!
Wow!
Right.
Essentially.
He's pretty.
It's like, we're in an open field. Ah, guess what?
We're fighting a dragon!
Of all the things you could have gotten, that was badass.
There's your hand pulses slightly. I'm gonna die eventually. Stick it in.
I'm gonna go talk to Mateus. Let him know what's
Randall's
going
waiting
on.
for you to die.
It's like,
Okay, does anybody else want to do anything while we're here?
It's like I pretty much just yell like,
Alright, so you guys are going to go see Mateus?
I'm just ran down.
Yeah, she's going to see Randall.
Okay, as you exit, Randall's just,
we have to tell everyone.
God, that man is going to be dead. How does he keep doing this? And he's fine. By the gods. It's like, I serve you. Why? Why?
Same.
Because he has the luck of the devil.
He turns around and goes, oh, Rainstorm.
Hello.
I walk up behind her. I'm
It's
just
in
like,
the garden. Would you like to go with me to see what's in there?
Certainly, I'll go for a walk with you.
Alrighty, let's go.
No,
No. He's not coming with us.
no, I know.
We have to go tell everyone.
I have to keep an eye on the potion lab, but can't leave it alone.
Leave that everything full, right? He can't.
It didn't stop him last time.
Yeah, but now everything's really
He
full.
can empty him.
He touches my potions, he's gonna have more to deal with.
He can empty
I have
him.
to agree with you on the, how is he still alive?
if
thing
you're
with the
threatening
frogs,
him,
'cause I don't even know.
That's telling him to do it more.
Yeah, actually.
You have to tell him to not. You have to reverse psychology.
You know,
the
you're
man.
right.
Reverse psychology, the man.
I'll just cast Arcane Lock on everything. Actually, I'll have Brother do it.
That's a lot of spell slots, a lot of items.
You're right, I'll just let him die.
Yeah.
Word. He does that. I just smack him in the back.
Would you
of the
like me
head.
to lock the door while we go for a walk?
I don't think it would make a difference.
Doesn't make a difference. I could just go open.
Sure, let's go for a walk. We'll find the
him
body
with you.
eventually.
I'll take Adlerus with me.
We'll
Come on,
find the body eventually.
Yeah.
Let's go talk to
Mateus.
Zeveresh. But
We
first,
gotta,
let's stop.
we gotta go tell everyone. That
Go talk to what's his name?
Just
Go,
reach in there.
go mess with the
Let's go
guy.
mess with the guy.
I'm gonna. Yeah, you guys need to tell. You guys
Get
need
the
to tell.
excuse.
I'm walking
No.
off, so I didn't hear this.
You guys need to tell the others about.
Yes,
like,
we
everyone
tell the
upstairs.
others that
I'm
you
gonna
have to
talk
roll
to
with the
Mateus and let him.
We're
know.
gonna
Okay,
let them know
so
what the
you guys go to the garden.
Yes.
You guys are going to go fuck with the dude, and you're where?
We're telling everyone not to kill the kobolds.
Okay, you
Yeah,
tell
I'm
everyone
letting-
not to kill the kobolds.
I'm letting Mateus know.
Y'all make your rounds. Mateus is in there. He's got a gem, and he's carefully cutting on it. Hello, Mateus. Shut up! No offense, I just gotta get this right. And he's trying to cut a gem. Kobolds are safe. Yeah, whatever. Maybe next time, please. I'm concentrating.
I'm back in
Helen!
I go and clean out my bag.
Okay, you go clean your bag. Okay,
No, I'm.
let's deal with you two next.
Yay!
I'll get you in a minute. This is
There are ways to talk to Lauren and them.
I was gonna.
Hi,
Oh, yeah.
guys.
How much gold do I have?
Isn't he asleep?
Oh,
Daytime?
yes, he is asleep on the couch.
Cool. We're not talking to him. I said on the way. We're
On the
not there
way.
yet.
Got it. Yeah, he's sleeping first shift.
Yeah, I'm leaving. Andrew's is behind me, and I grab the immovable rod and go, wink, wink.
I turn. Oh, fuck! I'm not attuned to it.
What?
Well, let's wait an hour. Then we'll fuck with them.
But the police will be back.
As long as
Because
we
I'm
don't.
calling Red Dog.
As long as we don't kill them, they don't have a problem.
I'm
It'll
sitting
be
there
fine.
trying to discipline the dog.
So I'll start attuning to the out of disguise.
And
I'm
we're
gonna
moving
go-
what?
Huh?
Actually-
What are you going to tuning?
I'll unattune the.
Let's do it.
The
Ring
ring.
of protection? Got it.
I'm going to unattune the Iron Stone
Okay.
and do my out of disguise as well.
Oh no!
Okay. As you unattune the Iron Stone, there's a flash, and the spell stored in it are gone.
There wasn't anything in it.
The Iron Stone does not retain them unless.
What happens if you dip it into the?
Mm-mm.
What
The
happens if you?
spell gem does. Ring of spell storing does. Iron Stone does not, if I'm not mistaken.
What happens if you dip it into the fountain?
Oh jeez. It shatters.
One random fucking spell.
Hello, dragon.
Leave it in there long enough.
Dragons.
Okay, so they're tuning. You guys are heading down to the
Man.
Yeah.
garden.
figure I'll walk through and see if there's
Okay.
anything that Rundell can see, and eventually I'll go check on my tree.
Okay, so you're taking him with you to the tree?
Guys.
Okay. So you're walking down through there, it's like fruits, vegetables. Things are going quickly. Yes, this is going to be wonderful.
Stuff you can actually use to make potions with? I don't really know.
Not typically. Some of the herbs and spices can be used to make, home remedies, healing kits and such can be
Okay.
created from some of this stuff. But the potion stuff's in the back.
Okay. Well, I didn't know what else was in here because of.
It's mostly food. There are some spices, and amongst the spices are some basic herbs that you can use to make like a healer's kit,
Okay.
stuff like that.
That's cool. Awesome.
There's an entire section of cotton, so I guess you can weave if there's such a thing down here.
This is one found. It contains 1d4 wells sword slots. Oh.
That's
It doesn't say anything about losing them or
Okay,
have to be
then
required
I
to.
am correct, and they stay.
Maybe we'll find a weaving room in here somewhere. We found a room for just about everything else.
Perhaps. So you said something about a tree.
Yes. I planted an acorn and I wanted to check on my tree.
Okay. Well, we haven't been here very long. I don't think you're gonna see much.
You'd be surprised.
As you make your way down through there.
There's
Yes.
just one tree that's like 16
So you
times
make your
the
way
size
to where
of
you
it.
planted the acorn.
Yes.
There is now as you come forward, you hear in the back of your mind, "It's gotten quite large now, and it's still
He
growing."
said,
Whoa.
That's what
Stand back! I don't know how big this thing gets.
Oh, Nissan.
As you find your way to it, you find that it is now a 1 foot in diameter tree,
Good lord.
and about 8 feet tall, full head of leaves, and the beginnings of blossoms, and what might turn into possibly more acorns or nuts or maybe even
Something.
fruits. Something. It's going to bear something.
Wow.
What? I thought you said you planted this.
I did.
That checks out.
Well, that checks out.
This
I
place
know-
is magical.
I know this place is quite something. Make a perception check for me.
it's
got a fucking apple.
10.
Total?
Yeah.
If you look around,
in here.
the you never saw them. Oh no, you never saw them. You never saw them. Oh, now you are good.
Is the tree still there that I took out?
Yes, but there are pieces gone, where you can see little chop marks where it's been. Basically, the outlying things have been chopped up, and the trunk is like. But the tops have been chopped up. As Randall looks and he goes, "Wow, this thing's. Do you see the mist on the ground?"
It's all magical.
Do I see the mist on the ground?
As he points it out to you, there is the sprinkler system essentially that rises up, and you see this almost mist along the ground that looks like the Mana Fountain's mist, the Mana Fountain's water.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a magic. I saw this over at the herbs. It's apparently it's some sort of magical watering system, and it infuses them with magic and helps them grow better. If you look, you can see that this tree is absorbing most of it from around.
Oh, that's why.
The surrounding trees, the mist is coming, and as it gets close to them, you see it getting sucked into the base of your tree. And you see it's basically taking all of the magical fertilizer from about a 20-foot radius. Everything's being sucked into the tree.
That's a bad tree.
It's not a bad tree. Leave it alone. Okay. Wow. I
Well,
guess it needs a lot of.
It's taking the fertilizer, the magic fertilizer, and that would explain it seems to be consuming probably, he looks around, about 15 to 20 trees worth of fertilizer, and it's sucking it in like no one's business.
It's growing fast.
It's hungry.
And you hear in the back of your mind,
I hope it stays safe.
What?
I hope it stays safe.
I don't think it's going
I
anywhere.
think it's a very safe place for my tree.
It's a demon.
Not a demon.
What is up with the tree? I don't
Is that why?
What?
What?
You explained something a while ago about something taking longer to grow. Instead of 1d6, it's like 1d8.
Yes. Yes. Her tree is sucking up a lot of the magical fertilizers.
Thank God we have the batteries fucking charged.
So
Batteries
it's
are
because the
on.
power's on, the fertilizer's happening. But when you planted the tree there, it's sucking up a lot of the fertilizer.
Why
That's
tree?
not
Why tree?
It's
Actually,
actually
because you gave me an
you're not
apple.
there.
No, I'm asking. I don't remember the tree.
But
I
no,
remember the tree.
because you're planting your tree in the sanctum, it's causing everything in the sanctum to grow slower than it would. It's sucking up enough of the fertilizer
It'll
that it's...
eventually level off. It's just gotta.
Oh,
Sure.
It's just gotta get to the point where it can level off.
You're back of the mind. Your
This
mind.
is quite something.
It is.
I wonder what it'll be.
I don't know. I'm looking
I wonder if I can actually... He starts to reach up to touch one of the blossoms.
forward.
And you feel a sense of dread in the back of your mind as he reaches for it.
Let's not touch that, Rendell.
Please, it's not time.
Let's not touch it yet. It's still a very young tree. It's not ready to be touched.
Ah, as you wish. Is there something special? It was just an acorn.
Yeah, but it's a special tree.
I'm gonna cut my hand open.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave it alone.
I had to sell
I appreciate it.
16 orphans for it.
Alright, so what
Let's
else?
finish looking at the garden and see if there's
Alright, so you guys continue perusing the garden. An hour later, you guys have changed your attunements.
Yeah, what do we look like?
Well, there's before
Let's
that
see.
hour's
Yes.
up. I'm trying to discipline
What would
them
terrify
out.
him more?
Okay, make an animal handling check, straight up. How do you think it's gonna go?
17!
Oh, we're doing that now. Yes.
17. So as you
I know what they're.
okay,
Chief
so
like too.
you rub his nose in a little bit as you're cleaning it out. You give him a good scolding. He kind of whimpers at you a little bit and just kind of goes off in the corners and skulks.
I'm gonna look
sulks.
like the halfling chick.
But after a
drag
few
me
minutes,
in.
it comes back over to you and nudges up against your leg and just kind of
I could come
We have to
up.
practice first.
nuzzles into you and kind of curls up into a ball in your arms and goes to sleep.
God, you're adorable now.
Good one. Okay, back to you guys.
Make me throw. And make me like beat him up and all act like I'm, just not liking it. I'm just. Okay. We'll just roll with it.
Let's practice so he doesn't notice like
Same
my
time.
hand going through his head.
Okay, he's a baby. You don't have him.
Just hit him with the elbow. Just
What are you doing?
Okay, so you maniacs, why did I give you a second hat?
I
What are you
don't know.
doing?
The question is, how did you give me
I
a
look
second
like
hand?
one nut.
I'm
You're
gonna.
looking like Zorak Armcleaver.
Yes.
I'm going to look like one of the halfling chick.
The hat.
Maggie?
Yeah.
That's it. Is it Maggie?
She's the only short one I know, and it'll be fun.
It's gonna be really funny if you turned into me.
The halfling Maggie Lucilla, yes.
Okay. Here's a question: is there anything I can grab that's longer than my arm? Because my arm's gonna look longer. I need to have something that will like hook onto you. That won't look super obvious.
There's a spit. Well.
Let me just stab this into your arm.
Rope.
There was a shepherd's crook down in the farm area.
Fucking, I run as fucking fast as I can.
Okay, you go retrieve the shepherd's crook.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna practice, so I'm gonna act like I'm dragging him behind me.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Can you look? Is there any way he can look beaten and bloodied?
You can. It's an illusion. You
Please
can
make
make
sure
yourself
the
look
girls
really-
aren't anywhere around when y'all do that.
They're across the hall. Fuck them.
They are in the living room.
Okay, fuck it. They ain't seeing
Are they
shit.
over here?
Yeah.
They're over
Yeah,
here?
they're over there.
Okay, good.
One of them's looking at Marnin, sleeping.
Oh,
She's just like,
we're here.
and she's like, I wonder. And she steps closer, and as she gets closer, She gets within about 5 feet, and you see him start. She steps back and he quiets. Like, really, even in his sleep?
So they're just like kind of tormenting him. Okay.
No, they're just curious. They're bored.
Okay.
We're gonna get him out of here
Get him outta
soon.
here.
Well then, I'm gonna practice to make sure that I have all this right. So, I'm
He
gonna.
just wants it to look like he's pulling me because his arm length is different.
Got it.
I'm gonna look a little beaten and battered because nobody looks like beaten and battered.
That's
Hey.
fine.
And
We
I'm
literally
gonna
caught the man with his pants
undo
down.
the.
So you're
No.
gonna look like
One
the
minute.
orc champion beat
Yes.
to hell.
A
I'm
little bit
changing
because
mine.
he beat us. What are you doing?
Oh Jesus.
I'm gonna look like my sister without an arm.
Smooth. Oh! You say you're changing yours. I was like, oh, I know he's gonna. And you said, I was like, yep, called it.
I'm just gonna tuck my arm in here and just hope it just doesn't look right.
Make sure you keep your beard out of the way.
Oh, it'll.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess. What do you
Just get
the
just
question
try
was,
and-
he probably would have met your
Technically,
sister.
the beard would. I'll roll with
She
it.
had a beard.
No, she didn't. Okay, moving forward. All right.
Would this work? You might have met your sister though.
Hold on, we gotta think.
Speaking of which, we're gonna talk to the head after this.
This couldn't have taken an hour for us to do the garden, right?
No. You guys took a tour. No. No, you've been back by now.
Okay.
Alright.
leave Randall with the
Fuck it, never mind.
person,
I'll still be the halfling.
And I'll
I'm
go
not
see
gonna worry
if I
about that
can
right
get
now.
Perrin to check
Okay,
on the
just
Half.
Okay.
circle.
Beaten and battered. A little beaten and battered.
Jane.
As she
You
goes
o-
to
you're
find
opening the
Perrin,
door,
I just
Open the
pop
door,
with
I'm
you.
gonna put
He's
it
like,
in
look at
my
him, he's
pouch.
sleeping.
I'm gonna
He's a
kick
baby.
open the door.
Okay. You kick open the door as Zorak.
I drag him in with the crook
Okay.
and kind of try to toss him. Like,
Okay.
to the side.
I'll assist with a little lunge and oh shit.
Okay. Give me a performance check, both of you.
Jesus.
Are you saying anything, Adris?
Not yet.
Okay. Give me a performance check on both of
I'm
you.
just gonna act like I'm crying.
Give me a performance check.
Natural one.
Seriously?
Yes.
8.
As you step in, and he's behind you going,
Sorry, and I slap him. I take the crook and just bang him in the face.
you step in, and as you step in, you're like, and you swing and miss him because your performance sucks. You just, and it just goes right over his head. And you,
Where is he?
he's sitting on the bed with the food that you left him very shortly
That
ago.
I left him.
Okay, you left him very shortly ago. He's sitting there with the food. Eyes wide, food halfway in his mouth.
I
Just
know what he sounds like, right?
Yeah.
One nut.
Zorak, yeah. He just usually just
Deep gruntle voice.
Deep runnel. Okay. You're next.
he just drops the food.
I knew he'd come from this.
Oh my
He
god.
drops the food. Make an intimidation check with advantage because he knows. You don't. You don't have your owlbearer leathers on. You look like something else.
He's still wearing it.
I'm still
All his
wearing it.
items.
It's just I'm in a different.
Yeah, you get advantage because they can see
see
them.
it.
Oh.
You don't look like you're wearing owlbearer, but I'm giving you advantage because you look like someone that he's fucking terrified of.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
He pisses himself. You see this stain start out, and he just.
I start laughing.
As he literally just pisses himself, and he's just wide-eyed, just.
I just start busting out laughing. Shit.
As this little halfling girl starts laughing her ass off, and he's just. He doesn't even notice you're laughing your ass off. He's fucking just. He's he's having this like his whole world's crashing down around him. He's having this
I make
amazing
a run
panic
for it.
attack.
I
Your
run out.
intimidation was just too fucking good, man. He's just
I make a run for it.
hang on.
He's gonna have a heart
Oh
attack.
Jesus Christ!
He passes out.
He passes out. He just he rolled a 2 on the con check to see if he could maintain.
I don't even need to do this.
I
It's over.
He just
just do it still.
and he just passes dead away and falls forward out of the bed, automatically hitting the ground and taking 3 points of bludgeoning damage as he just face plants into the ground and just kind of scrapes along.
I dropped the illusion.
You take that off. And you're yourself. He's unconscious. He's out.
I just
What
turned.
an amazing intimidation check. I mean, what was I supposed to do with that?
No, leave him alone.
I fucking turned a little foot and just started laughing.
I take it off too.
At this point, this has caused such commotion that as you step outside, you come face to face with yourself.
I said I took it off.
You said you ran out first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you cut me
As
off
you
so many times I didn't think that happened.
No, you said I run outside, and
Okay.
I'm catching up to that because I had to deal with him first. You step outside and you come face to face with her, and she's just, you.
In a very deep voice, not like my own, but deeper. You didn't say anything.
Are any of you guys around at this point?
I'm with Parrot
Roll
now.
for it.
Nah. Okay. You know what?
Who all saw it?
It's your world.
I didn't see anything. And she just backs into her room and closes the door.
God almighty.
And then I hang on.
As you yank the hat off, you look over. As you yank the hat off, you happen to notice that Alyssa is standing there just... As you yank the hat off, she's like, I don't know if that was intended for her, but you're an ass. And she goes over, opens the door, is like, it's okay, and closes the door behind her.
I have my hat off. I write a note.
God, notes.
I write a note that says, I'll be back for your arm, and stick it on the back of the door and close the door.
Okay.
This guy fucked up on many levels. He's paying for it. And
All
I don't
he's
have to
been
do
is-
any
All
damage
he's
to
done
him.
is been an asshole.
And?
You guys are assholes. You deserve this.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
He fucking...
So,
Do I know that he fucking kind of kidnapped her
Yes,
entire
I told
plan?
everyone.
you know that something happened. You don't know the details because they don't know the details
Okay,
exactly.
he fucked up. And she can't get him to say anything.
Okay.
no.
My note's on the back of the door. I close the door and I
Reclick it.
What are these? What?
I put
some
more
of them-
food in there to make sure that he's well and ready for it, and then close the door.
Okay.
And block
We're
it.
going to make sure that we get the information from this guy one way or another, with or without that journal.
That's wonderful. He's not going to eat. After what you just did, he's not eating anything you left for him.
He'll get hungry enough.
Screw that.
He wouldn't know who left it for him.
The last thing he saw was Zorak, who tormented him for years. Show up down here where he thought
You
he was
should
at
have
least
drew a line on his
possibly-
arm like a
Yeah,
dotted line.
Is it right? Cut here. So yeah, no, that was like the worst thing. Like he's just like, I'm fucked.
Glad I was a part of it.
Because
I don't know what I
unknown
can
to
do.
you, he was told if he ever escaped, he would hunt him down and find him.
Oh my god.
We
And
need to
now
go make
you
sure that
have
he
found
eats.
him for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, kudos. This is gonna be fun,
I'm gonna give it. You know what?
dude. No, it's fine. This is great.
I have a plan.
I'm
this
sure
point,
you
I come-
do.
at this
Are you
point,
gonna
I
go
come
stick your hand in the Italian pond again?
At this point, I go upstairs and just see them dying of laughter. What did you do
We're like,
this
I'm like rolling on the
time?
floor. I just.
What did you two do this time? And what's it involving those hats of the skies? I've still got the puppy in my arms.
Nothing. What
I
about
didn't
that?
do
What
it.
happened?
As you guys notice, she's got the puppy in her arms. He's balled up in a little ball, just sleeping.
Make him away a little float.
I didn't
Make him
do
away to a little
anything.
float.
All right,
I'm gonna get an
Zevrash
inside
and
check on
Littlefoot
that
are
ball.
still in the
I'm
shrine.
gonna get an inside check on his bullshit.
Okay,
Done,
make an
done.
insight check.
Do I have to roll deception?
16.
Roll deception.
Your passive deception.
Yeah, really.
That should be a thing.
15.
I got it. 16.
Something's not right, but
He is fucking lying to you about something.
What did you do to
I
him?
didn't do shit.
She knows you're lying.
I will
Buddy.
keep with it.
He doesn't mean he has to tell the
You
truth.
know he's lying, but he doesn't have to tell you.
I go over, I click the thing and look in and see him pass out. I'm just like, oh.
Passed
Soil.
out in a puddle of his own piss.
I go and smack him on the cheek, try to wake him up.
Just like little G.
Okay.
You're
Oh,
ruining the
no.
plan.
Shut up!
I'm already
making
gone
sure
at
that
this
he's gonna
point.
eat so he doesn't die! Hey. Chill, it's just me. The fuck happened?
That makes it better.
Remember,
Don't do you, bitch!
he doesn't
You're a
like,
half demon.
he doesn't like halves. He doesn't
Fuck
like
you, I can't.
mixer
Would you
either.
rather make me a whole demon? At least
I
I'm
remember his fucking voice.
Very snotty.
Dick.
naughty!
I don't have to
He is,
talk to
he
you.
is very hoarse.
Don't have to talk to you.
Would you prefer me to be a full demon?
You're alive.
Yes.
From down the hall.
Are they dead? What happened?
What are you...
From
The guy with the hand cloak thing.
I have
He
to.
was here.
From down the hall, you hear, "We've made a deal. They want information."
No.
How? Oh God! How do I even?
I'm just holding a dog in
He
my
snaps his own neck.
So you made a deal with yourselves. He's made a deal with you guys to get information from him. So you are giving him access to him to get information. Is that what you're intimating here?
Essentially.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
I'm just gonna.
Okay.
He passes back out.
I smack him on the leg!
Why is this happening to me? I don't understand.
Look.
If you want to kill me, just kill me and get it over with. Torture's not fair.
Says the person who used whatever the hell that orb thing was to take the whole job storm.
I did as I was called upon by Cord, who you say you serve.
He hasn't told me none of that bull. Well, he showed me vision, but guess what, buddy? He hasn't told me to do anything like that. Also, do you know about random lightning snakes?
Slow it down.
Random lightning snake.
There's a lightning snake in my sword.
Slow down.
I just pulled the sword.
He is completely overwhelmed with information.
I just pulled the sword like, look, there's a snake in the sword.
This is why
Are you
you
raging?
There's a snake in my boot.
Oh, does he not show up unless I'm raging?
Rage.
I rage! So let the sword and snake show up. Snake!
Of all the ways this could have turned.
Snake!
And I'm
As you hold the sword, you just. And there's a lightning bolt that hits, and the snake rises up, looks around, sees him, and focuses.
Oh!
And starts oozing out of the sword towards
shit.
him.
Oh
As
no!
he just. He starts backing up,
What?
and the snake just bites him once, and you see him just. And just. Flop.
Oh, jeez.
I look at the snake and just like, why did you do that?
Snake turns and looks at you,
Yeah?
and it looks back at him, and it starts going towards him again.
Are you dropping your rage?
As you are hit by 10 points of lightning damage, reduced to 5, because you're resistant.
Hey, buddy. Hey.
As it starts towards him,
Hey.
now his unconscious body,
Hey.
and as he's going down towards him,
It's about the
You're-
coup de grime.
Hey, stop it! Hang on!
he's gonna get him.
Cord, what's going on?
He's not listening to you.
Drop.
Drop the rage!
As you drop the rage, the snake is sucked back into the sword. As it raises back to strike, it's like, and gets sucked back into the sword, and roll a history check.
Yes.
Do I hear what's going on?
You were right.
You heard a thunderclap.
Okay, I'm gonna go in
21!
Dang.
and roll. I'm gonna roll medicine to make sure he's not fucking dead. He didn't have a heart attack or
there's a-
something.
He is unconscious.
There's a
Okay.
healing
Electrocuted.
kid in me.
He's not
Help!
dead. He's
He's
unconscious.
not.
He's not making death savings.
No.
Okay.
He's stable.
He's perfect then.
But it was about to go really badly.
Sideways.
21 on my history check.
well, you know what?
You remember everything.
You are not supposed to be doing that.
Okay, I look at the sword and just go, what the fuck? What? God?
rage with him and after you got the sword. Oh my god.
Look, I don't know what the beef between you people is,
He
but
just made
I
him
would
pee
love...
himself, and you're over there attacking him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he should have taken extra damage because he was wet.
Look, I don't know what's going on here, but
You'll
you know
never
what,
have
alright.
kids again.
Oh my
I'm gonna put that back and I'm just smack him awake again!
No,
That's a man.
he's out.
Oh, he's out!
He is no way
he's-
after that. That dude, he is like out.
Yeah, come back in 4 hours.
Okay,
He has
I
explained
will!
his entire existence.
I'm gonna come back in 4 hours!
Fucking
Fuck out, petting the doggo.
Wonderful.
I put him in bed. Because goddamn.
That is not happy.
Of all the things you could have done, you let the snake see him.
Look, I didn't know the snake was gonna try and bite him. I didn't know the snake. I don't know the beef between the snake and him.
The snake showed you the vision
Yes,
of
I
him
know.
and the orb.
Yes, I know, but like.
I set him in bed because I'm not.
You actually feel bad for him now?
At this point, I was like,
I set him in
okay.
bed, and as I turn to leave, I scratch him.
He would die instantly. No damage, doesn't matter.
Okay, so
Okay.
you're daily fucking with the poor high elf.
I go out to the
Jesus.
main
Oh
area.
my
Right,
God.
Of
Jim,
all
I'm
the
gonna-
fucking things.
I've got another. I've actually got one
We'll
more
close
page.
the door, lock it. We'll
Okay.
we'll put more food in there.
I'm not sure he would leave if
If you left it open.
you leave the door open. He'd be like, "Nope, not falling for it."
Leave it cracked, just with a tripwire right there.
Got a very obvious tripwire.
Very obvious tripwire with bells down the hall.
Okay, so seriously, what do you do?
Dinner time.
I'm talking. I want to go see if Perrin can leave his work for a few minutes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
First off, you were doing something.
I'm gonna go out to like the main area where the teleportation circle is, and just like sit down, just holding the sword in my lap. Just okay, I understand you want to attack him. I understand the image. What the fuck do you want me to do other than find the orb? Buddy, please. It's
Make
okay.
a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Ah, fuck.
I have an idea,
It's
but I
bad
don't know if
enough.
it'll work.
Oh, actually, I have
Double 20.
And
I have
that's,
a plus in this.
that's not my plan to do. Oh,
13 and a 20, so that makes it a 17 actually.
No response.
Oh well. Well, you know what? Fair enough, I suppose.
I know what you can. I'm not going to say
Yeah.
anything. Because that'd be taking the fun out of it.
Okay.
So, you know what?
Of all the things, like, you're intimidating, but that was too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
All
crossed
right,
the
look.
line between
It's like,
Oh, fuck
torture.
off you.
I hear them talking.
wanted to
It's
guys-
like, I made a deal with them.
Yeah, but then shoot the snake, man. Oh my god.
I have snake.
Like, you're going to rage? You should rage.
That
Okay,
was great.
so-
do you know anything about random lightning snakes?
Yeah, he just, what? And then you rage and the snake comes out and, because he knows what it is.
I'm going to die.
I'm gonna ask him in 4 hours. What the fuck?
Okay, so, moving
Oh
forward.
my-
I'm just sitting there
God.
petting the doggo.
Jesus.
I'm just
It's their turn.
I'm just
Yes,
like
it's
sitting
their
over
turn.
here, just
Prop a chair in his room. Just wait.
Um,
Not
just sitting right there petting the doggo.
Perrin, can
Oh,
you leave that for a little bit? Your brother
Yes, I
had-
actually can. What is going on? There's so much noise.
I don't know. It's
Chocolate.
probably address.
Oh my god.
Feel chocolate.
When
Your
y'all
brother had a wonderful idea.
Oh, what was that?
He wondered if, since we got the power back on in this place, maybe it did something to the teleportation circle. And since you're the only one I know who can teleport,
Well, I mean, there's definitely a lot of things have started happening since we got that done.
y'all okay?
I can apparently leave this.
so maybe you could check the circle.
Still figuring out the parameters on that. But yes,
See
if
we
you'd
can
like,
get
I
those
can.
two girls out of here.
If you'd like, we can go up there.
That would be wonderful.
Wonderful, great.
When y'all come up
so-
there, you just
alright,
sit me- see me sitting there.
He's molding it this whole time, and he slowly takes his hands away, and he's like watching it without blinking, like to see what's gonna happen. And he like reaches towards it slightly, and then pulls back, and it just stays there. I guess we're good.
Alrighty, dear. Let's go.
Yes, let's lead the way.
Alright, we go upstairs to the teleportation circle.
I'm just
where
sitting there. I'm
she's
just
in
like,
the corner.
you know, that guy is up. You know, apparently lightning snakes don't like the high elf.
Y'all been fucking with her again.
I guess we
I wanted to ask him about the lightning
There was
snakes because he
Zephyr.
went for cold ones. And then
My dude.
What have y'all been doing? All I did was go into the garden Jesus.
I went in there to ask because he was out cold.
Downstairs here. Told you not to leave him alone.
You did.
I went up
Your
here and I
mission.
saw them laughing like crazy outside his door. I went in, he was unconscious, smacked him awake, asked him what happened.
You
He yelled
explain
out-
all the stuff.
Yeah.
Got it.
Again.
Apparently the lightning snake doesn't
Stop
like
fucking
him.
with the high.
I wasn't meaning to. I was asking him what the snake
Nobody
was.
fuck with the high.
I wasn't
Really?
meaning to. I
Karen,
wanted
dear,
to know
can
what
you
the
see
snake
if-
was.
We
Certainly,
can get
I'll
some of
take a
these
look.
People out of here. Oh my god.
He steps up, and
Look
as
at
he looks at
snake.
it, you can see now that there's actually beams of power running through and infusing the actual teleportation circle. He's like, well, that wasn't like that before. He says, interesting. It's not usually a good idea to step onto an active teleportation circle without knowing where it's going to take you, and I can't exactly come back if I...
We can.
You can.
Yeah, but then we lose the. Well, fuck it. We'll lose it to the bone. Let's go. Go. Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah, I'll go. We-
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Don't fuck with
Wait.
anything.
Hold on before we go through a teleportation circle. Let's take a
going
long
anywhere.
rest, please. Because I think we're almost all dead.
Well, I'm not.
I'm over half.
I'm at 31 out of 4.
I am down on
I'll
slots. I
go
was
with him to find out what this is.
the non-caster saying, let's
I'm
take a
at
long
18.
rest.
Okay, you stay and I'll give me the stone.
I'll
and
stay
go.
too. I'm gonna stay with the pupper.
Okay.
Pupper does.
So you're giving her the stone?
You want to start taking a long rest?
Sure.
Okay.
Just
I wanna
sit
go
here and
4
sleep with the
hours.
doggo.
You guys hand her the stone.
Yeah,
This
let's
is the
split
one
the
that's
party.
currently down to the bone pile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hand her the stone,
We'll have the parents make us a phone.
and you're going to step in first?
Fuck.
Can we step in together, Parent?
This is,
Make sure we go to the same place?
Certainly.
Alrighty.
this is not
Actually, hand
If
your
you're
hand.
lucky.
Make sure we definitely go.
Okay, so he takes your hand, and you both step into the circle?
Yep.
Okay. As you step into the circle, in the back of your mind, very similar when Aaron talks to you, you hear, please select destination.
Oh my
Did
god.
you hear that, Parent?
Yes.
If you guys,
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
As you
so-
guys, they step in and nothing happens.
okay,
And they're
you
just
get
standing,
the
so
girls.
you don't see anything.
I guess I step in.
Go to the
As you
whorehouse.
step
Go to
up,
the
please
harbor.
select destination.
List of destinations.
Nothing happens.
Fuck.
Okay, so we just say where we want to go.
He goes, oh no, isn't that interesting? Okay, just in case this goes badly, step in behind me if I disappear.
Alright,
Quickly.
you might want to get off.
So he steps back.
Now
He
get
puts,
off.
he puts one foot in and touches it, and he goes, ah. Shit, what's his name?
Oh, yeah, the guy that turned into a bird.
Aaron, with the parent.
Should be right here. He puts his foot in, and he speaks clearly. Victor Valen Tower, Neverwinter. And as he says that, you see the circle reconfigure into a different shape, and then go dark, and then lights back up. And he's like, now that's interesting. I think it's ready. Do we want to go? I don't... We can go and come back, because his
Just
circle works.
You should make sure that
Okay,
it
well,
works.
let's make sure that
If
it
this
works.
takes us to that, then that should be interesting. Okay. And he steps in and just vanishes.
I go right behind him.
Oh my
Vanishes.
god, you guys are dead.
I'm
the
just
world's
chilling.
done.
Everyone else just bye?
Yeah,
They're gone?
I'm
I
Okay.
know
fine.
Zephyr. I don't even know anything that's happening.
Yeah, he's.
Are
in
you
the
going
tunnel.
anywhere? You were just letting him vanish.
Fuck, I'll go with him.
Okay?
I'm gonna stay right here.
At the last second, you're like, ah! And you dive in and just vanish as the circle goes dark.
Man, we wanted some alone time on the other side of the trip.
Yeah, I don't think the other guy would like that.
You feel this familiar sensation of being sucked out your belly button. Just and you appear in a very familiar looking room with doors on every wall around you.
Hey,
In a
it
circle.
I
worked.
told your friend we were coming.
Well, I didn't know we were coming, so, that's a thing.
Control him, yeah.
It says, well,
Can we get back to that circle?
yes. Probably. Yes, I'm sure that we can.
Would it be the original configuration to be the home?
Interesting. The circle you guys landed on is pulsing with power, and you hear. It's like, I didn't tell him we were coming.
You want to go back real quick? I got the phone.
I think that would freak him out more.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really bad.
Interesting. A moment. He steps onto the circle that's pulsing with power, and you can just barely hear him. He says, Denna's Sanctum. And he vanishes. He's like,
shit.
And he's like, oh! Because he didn't expect it to work, but he knows it, and it pulls from what you know. And it just flashes to light, and he just,
If we
and
step
he's
in real
gone.
quick, will it take us to?
You have 6 seconds.
Let's go.
Okay.
This is a better.
You guys dive in, and all of a sudden just appear back in the sanctum, on the center circle.
Okay.
Welcome
That's-
back.
Wow.
Did you freak the poor guy out with power? And if you get a voice in your head, I'm so
are there
sorry.
any public circles?
No.
Okay.
Way too powerful for something like that. They are well guarded and coveted knowledge.
Well, now we
Okay,
can take
now
the girls.
listen.
Yes.
I'll be right back. He steps back on, says it, vanishes back through. A few minutes later, he pops back in. He's like, well, that almost got ugly, but we're fine.
Okay, good.
You really shouldn't do that. I didn't think I would come back when I said it, but here we are. I explained it. We're fine.
Okay, excellent. You were
Did
testing out.
Did you not get clothes?
Shit.
Their freaking circles broke. We can't
Look,
go
we
there.
we can go back and forth at will. Well, as long as you're with me, anyway. No, I don't know.
You don't have your circle in your shop anymore, do you?
He doesn't want
I do in Phandalin.
Plus,
Land water,
we've all seen the circle.
Yeah, but you have to be capable.
Yeah.
You have to
You
have,
have to know
You
how
have to
to-
be able to teleport and have memorized circles.
And he can go to Waterdeep and they can get their stuff.
What did you want me to do with the chick?
Alright.
What?
Alright,
Our two friends.
so we now have the ability to take the girls
It
to
was
Neverwinter.
I
for
don't know if
and no, because you're supposed to specifically the pillow while he's sleeping or whatever.
Okay,
nothing.
Huh?
so Address
Yes.
and Satine.
What?
Well, you're
Got a dog. What?
You went up to. Are you wanting to have some time with Zevrash again? Okay.
Oh no.
We have the ability to send the girls somewhere other than here now.
Well,
Oh,
should ask
wait.
them where they want to go.
So,
What else
Can
to
we
do?
bring that candy
It's
over
a-
here, please?
no.
Why?
It's a big city and it gives us the ability to get them out of here. So, do we
where
want
are
to...
they from? Where are they from?
It doesn't matter where they're from, they're going to
You never asked them.
We need to ask them if they're okay with that. It's such a large city.
You guys know nothing about them.
Alright.
We asked them where
I'm
they're
gonna go
from.
But
knock
now,
on.
Karen,
Nope.
would you mind...
They
No,
said
no,
they were out
sure.
picking flowers.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess I'll turn into fucking the little nice lady with the pendant.
Sister Garel.
Sister
I'm
girl.
gonna get up and go knock on their door.
Yeah, I'm going to go with her and just knock on their door.
Okay.
I don't think we need Guriel.
Who's the green one? Safe word.
Maggie, Alyssa.
Hello,
Alyssa?
darlings.
You're not gonna. Yeah, Alyssa.
Alyssa.
No, wait.
I did.
It's Maggie, definitely.
It is.
Alyssa, yeah, Alyssa.
Yeah,
Woodborn.
Alyssa Woodborn and Maggie Lucilla. I was thinking that you're saying one of their whole names instead of two of their.
No, Maggie and Alyssa.
Yes.
Maggie, Alyssa.
So not Maggie and Alyssa.
Yes, who's there?
It's Rain and Satine.
Okay, are the men with you?
Oh God, what
None
did they
of them.
do?
What did they do?
Well, the little one made himself look like, hey, Maggie. It kind of freaked her out a bit.
Oh my god.
She hears from upstairs.
Is that what they were doing?
I don't know. I didn't know what they were doing.
I don't know why.
I just saw them laughing like maniacs.
He came running out of the asshole's room.
Yes.
It was very disturbing to come face to face with yourself
I'm
without a mirror.
So sorry.
Sorry.
It's okay.
about
Can we?
Look,
Are we-
we've got the teleportation circle fixed so we can get you home.
Is that safe?
Yes. You
Enough.
just teleport. Where are you from? We never asked you ladies. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
We're from.
Shit, what's the name of the damn place?
We're from Southwood.
Southwood. Perrin, dear, do you happen to know if there's a teleportation circle in Southwood?
Not a clue.
Not a clue. Okay, we can get you to a big city.
What happens if you just say the location?
You have to know of a teleportation. You have to have the teleportation circle in your mind when you say it.
We can get you to, like, Neverwinter.
That's
It's a big city. I don't even know
a big
where
city.
Southwood
That's fine.
is.
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure that we could. I mean,
Would Waterdeep be better?
Waterdeep's always having battles. I don't really
That's
think it'd be
true.
safe. We would. I mean, a big city would be nice, but all we have is the clothes on our backs.
We will give you some money so that you can get home.
To arrange, if you could arrange for. I mean, you've done so much for us already, and yet you haven't. It's. You saved us from the orcs and a horrible existence that may have been, but
Well, thank God
things
they didn't see
haven't
me.
exactly been
It's been
great here. It's
Yeah,
so
sorry.
confusing.
If
If we were to be stuck in a big city, we
You
don't
wanna go
really have
home.
a skill that we could peddle. I don't know what we would
Will the
do.
authorities do anything?
could we
The
get
body.
back to your home?
We know a great.
We know a talking horse.
Are you there?
No.
No.
Okay, shut up.
I forgot we knew a talking horse.
I know a great place they can get a job. We stayed there one night.
No.
You ass.
Hey,
Perrin,
they could sell it.
dear, since you are from Neverwinter, your family originally, do you happen to know of someone that we could hire who would be dependable, who could take these ladies home?
Oh, there's any number of adventurers who you could pay. It would be quite simple, I imagine.
And they would keep them safe and,
As safe as this world can be.
well, yes.
Shut up.
They're not here. We're a little worn down from the battle with the kobolds.
I can see.
Actually, I was talking to Maggie, but yeah.
I can see too.
So
Yes,
if you
it was
don't
great.
mind us taking a rest, we will take you to Neverwinter. We will try to arrange for transportation and protection for you to go back to where you came from.
That would be very nice.
I wish we could take you ourselves, but honestly, I don't even know where that is. I lived up in the mountains.
Oh, it's straight south of the Star Mountains, past the Unicorn Run.
Would I know where that is?
Oh, I see it.
No.
Southwood.
So Phandalin actually would be closer.
Yeah, actually, what? We could ask Sildar.
Yeah, Sildar would be sure. She would. He could send Mary or Nancy or Dawn.
Yeah, Dawn's with us.
What's with you guys,
Yeah, but-
you
Yeah, but
doofus?
he's wanting to do other
He's
things
wanting to
right
do
now.
other things. So
He's
might
he's
as well
asking too much of
send
us
him.
already.
Alright, well, Phandalin is actually closer to your home then. And the man who is in charge there, Sildar, is a very good man.
He's very good. He's quite the nice man.
So he should be able to send someone to take you home. It will be closer. And it's a smaller town, so you shouldn't have
Okay.
to worry about too much.
Okay, that
General
sounds
Storm, that's
nice.
pretty fun.
We can do that.
Okay,
Teleport
well,
back, it's like
we
the
will,
Stop.
we'll take a rest, so that we can go with you and make sure you get there safely, and
Then we can come back. We gotta take the Perrin with us.
then we'll come back and, yeah.
Very well.
Alright.
We're just gonna
Okay.
we're gonna stay in here.
How are we gonna get the family?
I'm so sorry that
His
His
teleportation
teleportation
circle
circle and his
Oh,
soul link.
He
I
deactivated it, but it's still
apologize.
there.
Yeah, he can reactivate it. I'm actually.
Very well. We're gonna. Yeah.
Like I said,
Sorry
I'm
about
the
everything
boys are
that's
assholes.
happened.
It's not bad. You haven't hurt us or anything. It's just been very
They
strange.
hurt us.
Yeah, I'm
I
sorry
don't
about that.
really understand
With the
all
chair.
what's going on. I've never had any experience with magic.
Honestly, we don't know half of what's going on. We're trying to do it day by day.
We're just let us know when
Alright.
it's time, and we'll be in here.
Okay.
Sorry about-
Sorry, dear.
Sorry.
It's no need to apologize. Nothing bad has happened. It's just, whew, very
You're ready
strange.
to go home.
Very please. It was so nice.
Yes. I'm sure your parents are very
Go
worried
somewhere
about
where
all
you know
of you.
normal things happen.
Yes. We
I don't know,
will.
this one's not very
We will
normal.
work on that.
This is normal for us.
I was
So
gonna say,
y'all
normal.
rest and eat and
I was just like, normal, and I'm just looking at myself
Worry about
like,
it.
what do you mean normal things happen? I'm not thinking
shut up. Come on. Let them rest.
Yeah, sorry.
Perrin, you can reactivate your teleport in Phandalin. from here?
Well,
Technically, we teleported there already.
You got sprees
Yeah.
somehow.
it's a permanent teleportation circle. We had to turn it off. Those who know its design can get to it, although it doesn't have the power to send us back immediately.
We have a stone to
But
do
we
that.
have a stone, we could do that. If you don't mind taking a trip with us to Phandalin,
I don't mind. I mean, that's.
we'll grab some meat while we're there.
I mean, no one should go there alone.
Yeah,
They wouldn't survive.
that's true, and we don't want to do that.
But
if
no,
not,
it's a teleportation
We can
circle.
see if there's
It's
any,
there. I
livestock
can use
there.
it.
That we can buy.
We can get there.
Save,
your armor
but
class is the same
He's
no
down,
matter
you know.
whether you've got armor on or
not
not,
an
right?
issue.
Yeah, pretty much.
Our friend of the
Can
dungeon.
he borrow
Indeed.
your
My elven
mail so that he actually had something other than a robe?
We have.
Do we have extra?
Elven?
We should have.
Wizards can't wear armor
Oh, they can't wear armor?
Yeah.
unless it's very special. The elven mail is.
Can he?
I mean, yeah, I've got elven mail. I'll be
Essentially,
fine.
wizards can't wear armor because it makes it so they can't cast spells.
Yeah.
Elven mail is automatically proficient, so they can wear it because it's special.
Automatically.
It makes it's the only armor a wizard can wear.
So can we give that to him? So
Yeah,
that
you can, if you want to borrow it. I mean, I don't know if it's the right size.
It's magic.
Auto
There you
proficient. Auto fits.
so that would give
Oh
you.
my, that looks just like what I used to have.
Yeah, it's elven mail. I don't remember what
He,
it was.
he reaches over, looks at it, and goes, but it's not.
We gave Randall a set of armor as well.
Excellent.
Yes, my my.
Well, I certainly do appreciate
It
it.
was
I guess
smoking
the,
armor.
We
I guess the
intended to give
first
Randall
potions
the
are on
armor
us, and
anyway.
then
Yeah, we said to
you
give
know,
him the
some-
on anyway because it like smokes and with his we found his shields.
Oh, you found his shields. Oh,
They're
we
a
can
little
sell
messed
those and be right back on
They're a little messed
top
up.
of.
We gotta fix them. If there's
Oh.
any way to fix them, I mean, this place is insane.
It's doable. I mean, they only took 4 years each to make, so you know.
Oh, but this place, you might be able to just repair them.
Definitely a possibility. We shall see.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we
Okay,
might
so
as well
you
see
guys
how
are going
them.
to
We're gonna
take the
take a
girls.
rest.
You're going to
Yeah,
teleport
we
to
can the
Panda.
armor.
Yeah, we're gonna
We
take
need
a
to
rest
long rest, and
because
we need
he's
to
only at
fix
18.
Okay.
31.
So we're gonna take a rest, then take the girls to Phandalin. Drop them off, hopefully with Sildar having somebody taking them. Maybe Mary or Nancy can take them home.
Okay. So
Check on that.
See
You
if
guys
Don
settle
wants
down.
to go back.
it's not nighttime, but you guys are going to settle down for a long rest where
Yeah.
I
you
need to ask if there's any
Focus and
livestock.
heal.
If there's any way.
Adris, you go
livestock
through your
to
4
over
hours
there.
of fever dreams again to bring yourself back to full.
I just sit down with the doggo and just sleep. Doggo, yeah.
No.
As we
Doggo,
yeah,
yeah.
As we now go to where you are, because we need to get this through so you can get your long rest as well. So you go to the door of the shrine.
Thank you.
I pushed that bitch over.
She's still there.
As you push the door open,
Oh, we need to-
little float turns. I am Kaiti, Deva Angel. Hello, Haru.
Hello.
Finish chewing.
As soon as I walk in, I say
How much hit points do you have before you even start this?
55.
Okay.
Did he even get hit during that fight?
Oh yeah, he got smacked the shit
I
out.
got fucked up.
Shut up. I know
I
you're talking
say-
you.
Howdy. Let's command dance 3rd level both targets.
You're you ass.
Really?
Oh, that's great.
Neither of those go up to a 17.
5 and a 2. I don't care what their pluses are.
We're dancing.
Dance time.
Okay. Haru, what are your 6 seconds later, she stops and looks at you and goes, was that really necessary?
Little floats out the time.
I just look at Little Float.
Little Float's just spinning and continuing to do so.
I'll spin my way over towards her.
And she stands there and looks at you, she folds her arms and she looks at you and she's like,
I know, you heard it too.
shit, was that really necessary?
I had a fun time in the battle. They all tried to kill me.
I
don't-
understand.
I don't think that they actually even tried to attack the others. They just missed me.
and hit them.
From down here stairs, you hear
I
bullshit!
understand.
I don't know why they don't like me that much.
Did you call him by a short name? As she holds her hand back and it starts glowing, as she's staring into your eyes with her hand, as she's wiggling her fingers, as power bolts across them. And she's like,
Did you know Sanctuary is a cleric spell?
her hand just stops. The power fades. And she just looks at you and she says, "Are you serious? It's a first level basic spell. You learn it. It's like the first thing. Like, how do you, it's not, I don't know what to think about you.
My God.
Then don't.
Don't think about you. I've tried that. It's harder than you might think."
So, first things first.
Oh, Jesus.
Little Float here likes to dance.
Uh-huh.
I'm not very good at dance.
Clearly.
Could you teach me?
Roll persuasion.
Can I have Little Float just sit there and go?
We're all chilling.
Roll
We're
persuasion!
having 4 hours of fever
That's a
dreams.
problem.
Enjoy. Oh god, he's gonna be alone.
No, you guys a first level spell at third.
Uh,
So now you got more
uh,
targets.
Range is
Jesus.
gonna be
It's
alone.
different.
Now we get time down somewhere.
The only reason there's third level is because it was
I'm just
multiple
sleeping with Naruto
targets.
because I made
Next
it
try.
to Snuggle.
16.
Fuck.
You want dancing lessons? Would you like cleric lessons instead? You seem to be worse at that.
What's a cleric?
I'm far from an expert at dancing, but I can teach you something.
Battle is a dance.
Are you asking to spar with me?
I don't think it's kind of
Yeah.
Stare into your eyes.
A dance with knives.
Roll intimidation.
Intimidation? Alrighty.
Natural
Natural 20.
Son of a bitch! She just looks at you. She's like,
No, okay.
This isn't the place. But
No.
I could knock you around some more.
I promised I would keep you safe. The kobolds will no longer be an issue.
Ah, well that's comforting.
I hope.
Okay,
Well-
that's less comforting.
We learned who caused all of them to attack us.
Okay.
He has multiple pieces at the moment.
Uh-huh.
We met Claude.
Yes.
Claude is a good guy. He is nice.
He seems...
He is now champion chief.
He's the chief. The what?
The champion chief.
Ah, that's... good?
He got the belt and everything. It was amazing.
That's good.
Fuck you, champion!
Sorry. And that's good.
Yes.
Okay.
He is a good guy.
Okay.
He does not approve of the violence.
Okay. But you want to spar, which is violence.
No.
You are very confusing.
It is
Not that
us-
that's unusual for you, but...
It is us just getting better at dancing and clericing. Whatever that is.
Okay.
How many levels of cleric do you have?
God.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so...
I'm gonna throw him out a window. I
What
need
do
to
you
check.
want exactly? And, like, if you have to spell it, then just spell it, because you are confusing the hell out of me. And the DM.
Z E F.
Zeb.
Better keep on spelling it.
How many
Oh,
It's not even an F!
I know! It's a B! Okay, well.
I hear you. I don't know where I am.
Did you do that to her?
No.
What do you want?
I just want to set things straight and start over.
I can work with that.
As you're stabbing you in the side.
I like the way you used Guiding Bolt. That is a great spell.
On you?
I use it on Adris. We don't.
We don't talk about that.
So, you like the way I use on you, use it on him.
Well, I do like a strong woman.
And a strong dark elf, apparently?
Oh, he wasn't very strong. He did not take it very well.
I got the shit knocked out of me.
I dropped you.
But if you
I'm
like
not
the way
looking-
and then you hit, are you looking for? I don't
Is this-
understand.
Watch your woods. There is
She's
a
wondering if you're
little
looking for a three-way at this point.
one. Watch your words. There's a little one around.
Dude, you're being extremely confusing. I'm trying to figure this out.
It's hard.
I just want to be friends.
I can definitely
Try.
But
try.
But I do want to,
Continue
make
the
sure you
family
are
name.
protected.
Okay.
And the best person to protect you is yourself.
What the fuck are you getting at? Would you please just spell it out? I'm running in circles. I have no idea what the fuck you're on about.
I want to keep interacting with her, and whether that's dancing or fighting, I don't care.
Eventually, he wants to lead it to pocket.
Okay, so you're trying to
Need to
show
continue the
interest
line.
in her, and you want to pursue a relationship?
Yes.
Thank you!
He can't fucking talk, right?
It requires metagaming to figure out what the fuck he's on about.
He's not supposed to talk that much.
I understand, but you're confusing me, much less her.
Okay. I think I get it.
You should.
Shut the fuck up. Stealing my fucking lines. Well,
I'm gonna stand on the thing.
you're shorter than I would have thought, but maybe we could have dinner sometime?
I will try to find us some.
Josh, what the? You went,
I was gonna say,
Burnt beefsteak, but
roll
damn.
persuasion for me. Just roll persuasion. Yes, go ahead with advantage. Fuck it.
Jesus Christ.
Yes! That's what I wanted to hear.
4.
Oh my god, I'm dying! Why?
Okay.
Oh my
I
god.
had a point at some point, but now it's just...
It's gone now.
Lost in translation.
Oh my god.
I was not very happy about the whole bacon incident.
Jesus.
Oh my god, I thought we remember that.
Would you just shut up and kiss me?
Yeah.
As you say yes, she kind of goes wide-eyed like,
Oh shit.
as she leans down, way far down, she's like, as she grabs you and dips you and lays one on you.
The shrine behind us starts to glow.
God.
As she kisses you strong and hard, and then she dips you back up and she's like,
Was that so difficult? Could you be a little more direct?
God.
Running out the door, squealing, giggling like
And there he goes again. He's short, but.
No, you can't do it right.
the little float just is left in there spinning, and the float goes, keeps spinning.
Oh my God.
You fucked the persuasion check, and she got a natural 20. Okay. She gets it.
She took the initiative.
Yes. What
Oh
was
my god.
My fucking
Nice.
head hurts.
I gave you advantage
Oh
and
my
you fluffed it. And
God.
then
She
she
got
got
a 1 and a 5.
And then she got. You have -1 on persuasion.
Yes.
I'm +4.
And then she rolled a natural 20. It's like, you just kiss me already. It's like, I get it. For fuck's sake. Okay.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god.
It was a lot easier when I just said, sure, let's go take a bath, Parrot.
I find it hilarious
Oh, but
that
that
one
was
had
so
things that
funny.
I
Woman always has to initiate.
That
Move forward.
was so funny.
You come down the stairs and see them all sitting around the teleportation circle, resting,
I've got a baby.
and their wounds knitting.
Uh,
Are you joining them in their long rest?
Are you guys resting?
Yep.
yeah.
I giggle and plop.
Why are you so happy? Have you been bothered ever actually yet?
I'm sleeping.
Oh, sure.
There you
In the
go.
floor.
I was gonna say, roll persuasion. Nope, he's unconscious.
Oh my god.
Okay, 4 hours later,
Is
you come out of your fever dreams.
Is everyone like? Are
I'm
they
not
like
asleep.
standing there? Or are they
I'm not
sleeping?
asleep.
They're
I'm
sitting,
sitting
no one's
there.
asleep.
Me.
So 4 hours later, that means it'd be 5 for him.
How's
You're essentially just sitting back and not sleeping per se, but you're
Chili?
patching your wounds, resting.
I inhaled too fast.
Tart.
You're feeling better. So you
Okay.
get your long rest in.
Cool. I am.
How's the dog
wonderful.
doing? He's just chilling still?
Snoring, strangely.
Baby! What are you
Good night.
doing?
Okay. I'm going.
Justin's gonna scratch everyone in the room.
All right. I need one of y'all's boots.
What?
I need y'all's boots.
The Elven
You
kind?
can't have my boots.
Ooh, I need boots.
You can't have
Heavier
my
than
boots.
mine.
I've got on boots of elven kind. I don't have on heavy boots.
You want ankle weights?
Why do you need heavy
Leave
boots?
the guy alone
Let's
for now.
start
I need to
from
ask him.
heavy boots.
If I don't
I
talk to
need
him,
to sound like I'm
casually-
stomping near something.
Are you gonna mess with the elf again?
I'm not gonna go into his room.
Please leave him alone. I need to ask him why the snake attacked him.
Leave him alone.
I just need to ask him a
You're
simple
not allowed to
question.
talk to him anymore. You went too far.
You almost killed it.
I didn't mean to.
Not the point.
I need to ask him a simple question.
I need chain boots.
And you
I
got a
need,
very
No,
simple
why are you
question.
looking at me?
I need plate boots.
I don't have.
I
one
don't
on
have
that on
plate
the
boots,
of
bitch.
Elven kind.
Who would have plate boots?
Technically,
none
both
of
of
us.
them do.
I don't.
I don't
No,
have
she has
my
elven
own
They're
kind.
technically part of the plate armor. You have yours got disintegrated.
Mine are in my room since I wear the boots of elven kind.
Shit, I'll go up. Oh, fuck it. I'll go up, grab her.
Oh, I
boots at
thought
her
You
room.
have to-
boots of
you
elven
have to
kind.
In my room.
Oh, did you close the door?
Yeah.
Oh.
Of course, we all close our doors. Are you kidding me?
There's some pots in the kitchen.
Yes!
Oh my god.
I grabbed those.
I'm about to say, we could be here for 20 minutes trying to figure this out, or we can just go for some pots.
You just
I-
grab my warhammer. Doom, doom, doom.
I need
Okay.
2. I don't know.
Oh my
Drop
God.
the leg.
No. I'll essentially do like a crab walk, go like all fours. And I'll take the pans like and have my hands packed out and just bang, 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 bang as I walk through.
Okay.
You're
I'm
gonna
essentially
scare the
trying
poor
to. I'm trying to.
girls.
No, I'm not. Don't worry.
The girls are gonna get spooked.
We can open the door.
And you're also gonna wake up Martin.
You should be waking up around this time.
Pretty close to you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna act like I'm one nut walking past his door.
Okay.
So bang, bang, bang.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I don't want to go in there. It's just to fucking spook him.
Okay.
My question is, has he read the note? Or is he
You
still
don't know.
unconscious? Because he's fucking passed the fuck out as soon as he did.
I didn't know the
So,
snake was gonna attack
You gonna just
him.
chill for the next couple hours so they can get their rest done?
No.
Not likely.
Don't bother Randall.
Where am I
again.
going?
Yeah,
That's for yes. Sit around. Oh, he's sitting around.
fuck.
Alright, so
Shit.
everyone else finishes their long rest. You are all back to full. And would anybody like to do anything that is not insanity? Oh, wait, no, that's not
I want to
I'm
go ask
curious
the
what
guy a
happens
simple
if I go,
question.
No, leave
go to
him
the
alone for
I just
shrine.
want to ask
I haven't
him.
been in there since I
Girls
had
out
the
of
mark.
here.
Oh, when you go up in the shrine,
We have to
Shrine.
come back.
I
when you,
have-
when you step across, there's a light pulsing in your hand. The pulsing that was there when you touched the fountain has faded.
Okay. Like
But when you step in there, there's just a very light pulsing.
I want
Okay.
Alright, we'll
I
grab
don't know what that-
Aaron and
You okay?
McGowls. No, I want to go ask him a question, but it means
no. Just
Not
wait till we
yet.
get back. Let's get the girls
He's still
out of here.
terrified. Oh, we need to pay. Morning.
Well, we gave him armor, so he said he was.
Yeah,
good.
he was good on armor. The
armor-
the armor was worth a good bit, so.
Oh, did we tell Martin about the kobolds?
Not
Yes.
yet. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, he was-
We're just saying yes, it happened.
Okay.
Everybody knows.
We let him know we're taking the girls.
Okay, is
out.
there anything you guys want to do in the sanctum before you guys leave?
Should we ask Don if he wants to go back to Phandalin for now, since we don't know when we're going back to the.
Your poison's done.
Oh,
Bitchin'.
Yeah, I'll ask him. If he
Yeah,
knows.
we should
as long as
ask him.
he's
Yeah.
I don't think Randall's gonna mess
Yeah,
with
that's a good question. Where is he?
Where's who?
Don.
Dawn?
Make an investigation check.
Jeez. Hey, Mr. Investigation Man.
11.
Investigation 17.
11.
it. 19.
No sign of him.
He probably already left.
Gonna ask Marlon if he's seen Don and Fluffles. Don and Fluffles. Don and Spot.
He was here last night.
Ask the girls. They might know.
Haven't seen him today, but I've been asleep, so.
Yeah.
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Locate object.
Ladies!
Yeah.
No idea.
They don't know where he's at.
Locate object.
Parent!
I don't know that they're an object that you could
You
locate.
can locate
Locate his catnip?
locate his drugs.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if I have a locate object prepared.
I mean, you just had a long rest, so you could change that.
No, I have to change it at the beginning of the day.
Thought it was a long
I didn't
rest.
attune to shit.
Yeah, but
Fuck.
Oh crap! I didn't attune to things.
You can swap out right now.
Okay, I'm gonna.
We're at the end of the
I
long
took
rest.
off the whip and gotta get them put on the ring.
Alright, so you got Ring of the Ram.
Storm
Raging
and
Storm.
my necklace.
Okay, I'll put on locate object and try to find his catnip.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Not within 1,000 feet.
Okay. How far would that take me down in the sanctum?
Not to the Underdark, but all the floors.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
1,000 feet's a long way.
Can you send to him and see where he's at?
Yeah,
Josh, what are you attuning and changing?
I'm going to change the hat. I'm going to try to take off the Medusa rapier.
Okay. What are you trying to attune?
The belt of returning.
Okay. You sit there, and as we're saying this is happening during the time that you didn't, while they were resting. As you try to attune to the belt of returning, you really like that rapier, and you want to keep it close to yourself. You can't let it go. The attunement fails. You can choose something else to unattune.
But I know how to get rid of it.
Make a intelligence check.
Natural 20. 15. 15. Locking it in.
Oh, intelligence. Oh, jeez.
That's a 4 over here.
5. God damn it.
You really like that rapier.
Then I'm just not going to fucking bother with it.
That's a fucking rapier.
I know what it does. I know what it does.
Yeah.
Because apparently you don't get told what it does when you would check out what it is, so.
Curses are not revealed by identification spells. Sorry.
Would I not feel like there's something fucking wrong?
Yeah, you can't. You really don't feel like you want to let go of this rapier. And you're like, I want this belt to be part of. No, not the rapier. Maybe something else. You feel yourself want to change something else instead of the rapier. And with that intelligence check, no, you don't know. You just really like it. It's almost an addiction feeling. You're just like, I don't know why I like this thing so much, but damn it, I like this thing.
How is if I just leave it up in my room?
You are unwilling to part with it. You put it down in your room, you're like, I'm going to go off and I should take that with me.
So that shit's going away for now.
Okay, so what do we do?
I can't fucking get rid of it. I know how to, but I fucking can't.
Sorry.
I mean,
Ask Haru, can he send to Dawn and find out where Dawn is?
Okay.
can I tell one of them what's happening?
It doesn't strike you as that strange. You didn't roll high enough on your intelligence check.
Of course it fucking doesn't.
You're just like you want to attune the belt. The rapier is just too important to you.
Oh, the belt will not be attuned until that one's fucking
Does
gone.
Perrin know sending?
Does Perrin know sending? He used to.
Oh, that's right. Do any of the brothers?
So,
No.
until I roll enough high enough intelligence, I don't fucking know. That's not gonna get attuned.
I'm going to cast sending to Dawn.
Okay.
I'll make my constitution saving throw.
Don. Don, where is you?
Where did you go? Everything okay?
Okay. I am taking Spot for a walk. He is getting restless. We go through the castle and out the other side in the woods.
Fair enough.
Those two went out exit one.
Didn't we,
Which exit?
like-
Yeah, we locked that door. Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Lock secured the trap. How did you get out?
We didn't do it to the third door.
That's not where the
Yeah,
castle
but
is.
That's not where the castle
We've
is.
never gone through the third door.
Yeah, but he said the castle.
We've
But just
never
the
gone
first
through the
door.
third door.
Oh,
Yeah,
son
but
of
that
a bitch.
wouldn't go to the same place, would it?
There's more than one castle.
Okay.
Has the door been disturbed? Would he relay this message?
He can leave, but he can't come back in.
Did you relay the message?
Yeah.
The door leading to Cragmaw Castle, open, unlocked.
What? How did he? It's magic.
From the
He
outside.
took the key.
How did he
He
take?
put it back. He went for a walk. Chaotic. Go figure.
How did he take the key? We were awake.
Were you awake?
Yeah, I was
How
just.
did
You
he
guys
get in my
slept through the
room?
night.
No, we were in our rooms. How could he have gotten in? We closed those. You can't open them unless
He
you're.
went for a walk. Don't look into it.
Okay.
No.
He
Very enthusiastic walk.
he pickpocketed
Oh,
the
no.
key from you, opened it, gave the key back, and went for a walk.
Okay. Well, tell him to get his ass in here. We're fixing to go to Fandolin, and we want to know if he wants to go with us.
Why? We
What?
can walk out of here.
Yeah, but we gotta.
He comes wandering back.
Yeah, there you are.
Ah, yes, it is good. You may want to lock that back again.
Yeah, how did? No, never
I'll
mind.
go back up.
I have my ways. Do not question them.
Spot.
Don't forget the guest password.
Don't let Spot get. Don't
Yes,
get
you
too
also
close.
gave
I've
him
got
the guest
baby.
Password, yeah. Okay.
And leaving has always been capable.
We just can't come back in.
But he took the keys out. It's fine.
Okay, so
You might want to
The
get
spot
back
is
up.
getting restless. He's tired of biting the same tree and it keeps growing back. It's very strange.
we are going to take the girls to Fandolin.
Ah, wonderful.
We don't know when we're going to go back to the orcs, so we wanted to see, do you want to head back to Fandolin with us until we figure out what we're going to do, since Spot's getting restless. So at least maybe if somebody can bite and, Fandolin.
I guess I could go back there. It is.
It's been a bit chaotic. We got everything figured out for the most
This
part.
has been a little disappointing, to be honest with you.
Sorry. Well, not
But-
meaningful to be.
It is okay. I think it will be alright. I think that, I might do some other work while we are,
Figuring
you know,
this
this-
out.
I am not doing anything that is fun. I am not making any money. I think I will see if they have any work for me in town.
And we will let you know if we head back to the orc encounter.
I am sure that will be wonderful. I think he can talk to me.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Alright, so,
Again?
And you!
Easy cleric.
You.
we all going
Oh,
to Fandolin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, before we go, hey, before we go, I
Oh,
want
wait,
to
you wanna
ask you
check on your
something.
poison?
Can you do a sending
Oh
thing
yeah. Should probably check them out.
for me, please?
I can't brew it because
You have a third. You have a third of a vial of what would be Taggart.
Who do you want me to
Oil?
send to?
This guy.
The guy we saved.
Yeah, who told me about
Jensen
it?
Yanuka.
Yeah,
Jensen
him.
Yanuka.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want me to say?
Stop! This is a message from Satine. I'll try to meet with you as soon as I can. Bit busy. Please hold. wants me to meet him, but I can't because we're doing things. Because we're a bit busy.
It's hard to cast, I'm going to say.
I think that's
This
already
is
25.
not Saltine.
That was already.
But Saltine says she'll meet
I
you.
said it was a message. Just relay what I said.
Casting the
Yeah,
spell.
he's casting it through.
Hope you're doing well.
You're gonna waste the fucking words.
He can cast it again.
I have like 25 words.
I think I got the point across. What else was there that you needed him to know?
So,
You got to cross. Hi, how you doing? This isn't Saltine.
so 8 hours.
And I said she plans to meet him.
When I can. I can't right now because I'm busy. Please hold. Why can't...
We've got a little bit of other things to do at the moment.
You are out of words.
I told...
That's all it needs to be. The specifics aren't important.
I just smack him.
Roll an attack.
Alright, fine.
With advantage. Because he's busy casting a spell.
19 unarmed
She
is
just
5
slaps the fuck out of
damage.
you.
Fucking asshole! I told
And
you what to
as she
say.
slaps the hell out of you, in the back of your head, you hear, that's fine. I'm waiting here. Come when you can.
You go tell her?
What did he
Nope.
say? What did he say, asshole?
Fuck you, you hit me.
What did you say? I pulled my sword. What did he say? asshole?
Children!
He
Let's,
said everyone is dead.
let's get
I don't believe you. Tell me the truth.
It's close to true.
Children!
Tell me what he said, asshole.
Children, can
Before I clean your head from their shoulders.
Fight! Fight!
Fiddle
Fight! As
The dog is in the pouch.
in the back you hear,
Oh, this is going to be wonderful.
What did he say, asshole? I want to intimidate him.
I'm not.
Let me intimidate him.
roll intimidation.
What's the other one? Insight?
Yeah, roll insight against her.
20.
I got it was insight. $11.
Tell me.
She's looking awful pissed. You might consider,
Tell
she might
me.
hurt you.
Calm.
Make a wisdom saving throw. And it's fine.
6 seconds later. Fuck you. Tell me.
Later, you tell me.
Asshole.
Oh my god.
Fight! Oh, yes, do it. This will be
sure
Tell
wonderful.
me what he said, asshole. This
Let's
is
find the answer. Who would win in a fight?
This is as important to me as it is your sister is to you.
Ooh!
Bitch.
Ooh! Roll persuasion with advantage. Roll insight with disadvantage.
Got him built level 4.
No. Roll your
You roll.
thing.
Dude, she hit you with some fucking straight facts. You
11. Fuck you.
What am I rolling?
Roll insight with disadvantage.
11.
That's with advantage?
I rolled a 5 and a 7. Okay.
17.
Fuck you.
Wow, okay. Yeah, no, she dropped some hard facts and you just fucking ignored her. She cares about her dead girlfriend like you care about your sister, and you're just like, she's whatever, fuck her.
He
Wonder how
said
much
take
this-
your time.
I wonder how. Alright, fine. I won't smack you again.
Are we
Jesus.
finished measuring our dicks now, children?
I've got the bigger dick!
I was about to say, I think hers might be bigger.
I've got the bigger dick around here!
I'm the one with the money.
Okay, and guess what, bitch? I've got adorable dog.
Okay, so what are we doing now?
I don't know!
Can we go to Fandolin now?
Is Dawn just kind of giggling over in the corner?
If you like to, this is entertaining and all, but ultimately fruitless. If you're ready to go.
Yes, and I'm
He's
gonna
an
be
asshole!
behind.
Okay. For the sake of brevity,
Good on my
you
rage.
all gather. He activates it.
We got
you
the
wind
girls.
up at parents' tumult treasures. He lets them out, and you find your way back. You can easily get them passageway back to their home.
Okay.
We should ask about the brothers,
Sildar,
the guys.
Tell them, hey, how much is it going to cost and I'll pay it.
75 gold is enough for a quite safe passageway.
Alright.
We should ask about Gunther and whatever his brother's name is. Over here.
Nundren?
Yeah.
Or is Nundren dead? Which
Um,
one was
No,
Nundren?
Nundren's not dead.
Okay, because there's 3 of them. I remember one of them died.
Tharden's
the dead
dead.
Tharden's dead. Yeah.
How are
Tharden.
Gundren and Nundren.
how-
And Nundro.
Gunther and Nundro?
Yeah.
How are they?
Dead.
Well,
Shut up.
I need some more plate mail.
they actually vanished.
Vanished?
Well, they were. One was doing much better than the other, as you remember.
Yeah, Nundro.
And then the others seemed to get a little bit better, and then they both just were gone. Nobody really knows what happened to them. They're just
That's
gone.
concerning.
Something.
Anybody else disappeared?
Other than what's that guy's name? He would never shut up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god, no, I liked
Yeah,
him.
no, he's still. Well, he was missing for a long time now.
Like a whole 4 days or something.
Yeah.
North.
Yes, Narth. And the Narth's been missing for what, a week and a
couple
half?
of weeks, yeah.
Week and a half, 2 weeks. But yeah, no, other than that.
Is there like some creepy ass guy walking around here, like almost scouting?
Not that I've noticed.
Okay, that's good.
Keep an eye out for it.
Typically do. We have patrols.
Good. Dave,
Maybe we get your duel done with Mary.
that's mine.
That's him.
Mary just
That'll
wanted to pay you in kind. You're short, which right there.
Ask grass, never ask for free.
Alright.
Oh, has the king? What are they called? The King's Alliance? Have they showed up?
The Lord's Alliance.
Lord's Alliance. That's
Um,
what they're called.
I'm with the Lords of Alliance.
Yes, I know. Has anyone
the
else
one
showed up?
for the mine.
The mine,
and
the
the
mine.
Oh yes,
They
they sent a expeditionary force over there. I think they would have gotten there yesterday by now.
Okay. Well, I hope they have good luck over there.
Oh,
You
indeed.
get it back to working
Well,
again.
it's fascinating.
We've seen a really
I hope
good
we
valley
actually-
off to the left side. Perfect for dumping bodies.
So perhaps we'll be able to get it going again, and things will get a little more exciting around here.
Possible.
Who knows? Yes,
Yeah,
that would be
right.
great.
It might be real exciting for a little while.
Yeah, that might be real exciting.
Have you
about
seen Balasar? He's supposed to be
Balasar.
around, and we haven't seen him in quite a while.
Last time we saw him, we were at Parents' place.
And then he gets
Some
kind of
else
stormed
treasures,
off.
so no.
Can't believe he killed his wife.
He stormed off, and we haven't seen him since.
Okay, well he's
We don't want to
he's
see
been
him again.
reported missing from the Alliance now, and they
Well,
kind of want to find him.
I
If
thought
you,
they
if
had
you
him.
find out anything, please let us know.
We
I
certainly
don't
would
know.
want to find
Can
him.
you send these girls to the woods of the south?
Yes,
$75 already.
75 gold.
Cool.
Dude, they left like 5 minutes ago.
Okay, cool.
What the fuck do we
Bye.
do?
Bye.
I'd like
Speak
to
of
run
any
to
of this.
Hank Barthen's
Yeah.
and see if
Sildar.
he's got some meat that I can borrow.
Sildar, is there any way we can
borrow.
buy livestock around here? Sheep, cows,
Yeah,
pigs?
Barthen has them.
Ooh!
What are we gonna do with them right now?
Well, we can take them back on the teleportation circle. And they'll get automatically put into the thing, and then we can just start swimming.
the thing with the lion's head. What it's called?
Lionhead Foster, yes.
Yeah.
Do they have any plate mail?
No, plate mail would have to be crafted specifically.
Gotta go make your own plate
Is,
mail.
what's her name still hanging around?
I can't. It's too expensive.
Which one?
Never remember her name. I always act like her.
Sister Guerrero?
Sister Guerrero.
She's
She's
dead.
dead.
She's dead, dude.
No, we fucking saw her again.
That
That
was
was Anne in disguise.
Oh!
Yeah.
Who's also
And
well?
killed her. Yeah.
Anne popped her head
Okay.
in front of you
Yeah. Yeah.
at Agatha's place, where her body's probably still rotting. Or started to rot. It's only been like 7 days, but you know, whatever.
7 days!
If
flies.
you'd like to put in a request for plate mail to be made, it can be
I might
arranged.
want to request that. At
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do they have a blacksmith in
Probably could
town?
actually buy it at the bear.
On a bigger town, you probably go to buy some.
Do they have a blacksmith
We'll
in
be
town?
going.
There is a blacksmith in
'Cause I need
Phandalin,
some-
yes.
I don't like my armor class
Oh
being
god, he's
18.
the guy who, wait, no, that's
Well,
not the
you should
guy.
have thought about that before you
No, the woodworker guy is the guy who got taken.
Axed.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a blacksmith, you could probably ask him.
Alright,
Did we ever meet the blacksmith?
Nope.
Oh,
I'm gonna wander over to Barth and
I'm gonna go with it.
see,
I'm about to have to get going.
Alrighty.
You know, dog.
Is it? Oh, okay. I mean, if that's what you have to do.
Yeah, Haley has to.
Yeah.
But and he can't. She can't take him out anymore. He pulls her around. She
What?
I'm sorry, how big
little
is the dog?
drags her
He
around.
pulled me down the stairs once. He is.
He's drunk.
He's very strong. He's meaty.
Uh-huh.
But no, he about dislocated her wrist because I was walking by and he almost knocked her over and her fucking
That's
wrist
right.
was purple.
Okay. That's
But
very
he
strange.
needs to go out again because of the sick.
Uh-huh.
You wrap it around your belt loop, or you wrap it long.
Anyway, point being, you need to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So the girls have been delivered.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
That's a
The girls have been
Oh.
sent.
On their way.
The girls have been sent on their way.
Package
Stuff
has
has
been delivered.
been gathered. Stuff's been done. You're currently in Phandalin. What were you guys intending to do next?
Go to the big city.
I was
Yeah,
gonna buy
or-
some cow
Yeah, I was gonna
we
see,
do
we're
get
gonna buy some
livestock.
cattle.
and some meat.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that we can get some cattle back into the place and we can start helping
Okay.
the kobolds get back to
Both
normal
meat
too.
and cattle can be obtained through Barthens.
Sure.
You
I
can
love
get
him.
a base level
It's like
cows, chickens, sheep, goats.
How much do we
You
want?
can.
60.
We can only take 2 because of the.
It'll kick off.
It automatically stores
I
2
don't
there,
think it'll
but
work like
it
that.
doesn't mean they won't work.
Yeah, they'll probably
Living
just appear
creatures.
in the main place.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
how many
yeah.
can we get through the freaking?
Gus would be very confused.
Oh yeah, Darn, how many things can go through the teleportation circle?
As many as can fit through in 6 seconds.
Awesome!
I was talking about the squeezing the stone and just. Swoop.
Just
They
take a
would
bunch
be
like that.
willing, technically. They're animals, they don't resist us.
Either way, they're in the
Okay.
Trying
sanctum.
to get them down the damn stairs would be.
That would be fun.
That's true.
A
Oh,
lot
yeah.
easier than getting them from Phandalin to there on foot.
That's true.
Long story short, you can get some meat, you
And
can
some
get some
animals.
cattle.
What kind
And
of
you
cattle
can-
should we get?
We can specify in between sessions what kind and that you actually are going to wind up. So we'll
Okay.
start next session in the
This is a
sanctum.
shopping episode!
We'll
Keep
start
buying
next.
it.
We'll start
Yeah, I
next.
still have party funds.
We will
Exactly,
start
so we're buying
next
it.
session in the sanctum with whatever cattle have been gotten, and we'll have them in the sanctum. Do keep in mind that at this point it's about 4 in the afternoon. But yeah, you're gonna spend some time gathering cattle, teleporting back, and getting them downstairs. So you're gonna be at the sanctum. It'll be about 8 o'clock at night, and you will be
Sticking around with animals.
or we'll just say you got them down there to save ourselves.
Fun.
We don't need to pull a bunch of animal handling checks and I don't need the dog to
That
eat
was
anyone.
vomiting and shitting himself. I don't really know what happened. There's 3 really big claw marks.
I don't need my dog
I
attacking
still can't
anyone.
believe you guys found that. Alright, so we'll wrap up here for now. And we'll come back next Friday and we'll see what craziness you guys get into.
See, you're gonna scratch him? No, I feel fucking bad for the
I
guy.
know.
I was gonna say, it's
wanted
like, you're like torturing him, and then after that, all of a sudden the tables are turned, and you're like, oh, that poor guy. I was like, what?
We just wanted to, mess up his attitude, and she was like, "I'm gonna hurt him."
I wasn't
She
trying
didn't
to
want to hurt
him!
him, but you shouldn't have brought the snake too close to
I
him.
didn't know!
No, you didn't. That's what makes it so good.
That's why I was like, you
That's
should
why-
totally rage right now.